Hey, we are live. We should be live. So I'll be monitoring my
no.
stuff to make sure. We're talking about our Spotify edition that we're going to be adding with the next series, and how obviously,
Our new
you know,
Spotify sponsorship.
yeah, obviously they're throwing us all the money of $0. It's a crisp $0.
They're replacing me specifically with AI.
Oh, interesting.
There will be very little difference.
Oh,
No, there'll be plenty
oh.
difference, okay?
This is
Because
where we
then-
find out
because then we
Anne's
go
been an
for
AI
ways,
the
though.
entire time. The big reveal.
What do you think the A stands for?
Oh, I thought it stood for Anne, but I guess not.
I thought it stood for Apple.
No,
Apple?
common mistake.
What does the N stand for if the
No,
A is
when-
Apple?
Shadow, what you're doing there is jumping.
I'm not playing Mega Man X. I'm not jumping. What are you talking
Welcome.
about?
I'm sending out the pings. We're live. Boom. Boom. Boom.
No, I had pre-show stuff to say
We're in
We
pre-show.
got time.
Too
We're in
late now.
pre-show.
before the stream. Why would you do this to me?
It's your fault for not being here fucking earlier.
I
You
was
had a whole-
reading.
Yeah, well, that's a you issue. That's a you issue, okay? If it's stuff you can't say on streaming, either type it or whatever, or we can talk about it afterwards. Secret
Chat
needs.
fucking hates you.
Damn. Who's got a squeak toy? What the fuck?
It's Ari.
What the fuck is that?
I got in my Battle merchant today for his birthday,
There's a Battle
and
He squeaks?
one of the his birthday merch was so VTuber culture is that VTubers will have mascots that represent the fans,
Yep.
the
Yep.
chatters, chat, if
Yep.
you will.
Yeah, that's us.
Never heard of him.
And they can turn them into highly marketable plushies.
Yeah.
And Bettel's fan group, the Battalion, we look like a demented jester creature.
Oh.
And the plushie for us.
We're
So what does he represent you as?
is
That
a
doesn't
squeaky
sound very
toy.
plush. It sounds very squeaky.
It's really cute. Let me see. I gotta post a picture of it. It's really cute though. And it's a squeaky toy, so I've just been like all day I've just been kind of
Squeaking around.
Some people have fidget spinners.
to-
Others have squeaky Gavis Bettles mascot things.
No, it's not Battle. It's the Battalion. It's
Yeah,
me.
I changed at the end to mascot things. I understood. I understand. I know the
The
references.
squeaky toy.
It's Arya herself is actually making all of those squeaks.
Squeak, squeak, squeak.
We don't even need a soundboard
No,
tonight.
you sound like a mouse, though. Get it
Squeak,
right,
squeak, squeak.
Ari.
Makes a sound when you press the belly. Okay, well, let's. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, I
So I've
get
been
it.
doing
This is a
that.
rat.
I had to clear out
That's why he squeaks. It makes sense now.
Vanitas. The case study of Vanitas from I have a lot of bookcases. But I have a glass bookcase which holds like my fave stuff, you know. I've got
mean
a
that, Carl?
Yu-Gi-Oh shelf, I've got a D. Grayman shelf, I've got a shelf that's partially Witch Hat. And the bottom was going to be my Pandora Hearts shelf, but I didn't have enough stuff for it. And then I just started putting all my VTuber stuff there. So now it's all VTuber stuff.
Oh
So
my
I had to
God.
clear out the rest of Mochizuki's stuff and put that on a different shelf. Because I really don't have much stuff for Pandora Hearts or Vanitas. I've got like 9 volumes of Vanitas, and then like I have the giant chest of Pandora Hearts, but that doesn't really fit in a bookcase.
Right.
But now I have my expanded VTuber shelf, both for hollow stuff for my VTuber friends. Got plushies of them. Off Kai stuff.
speaking of Pandora Hearts, we finished the anime and it certainly ended.
Don't you
Was
love
it as
that
good as the
ending?
manga?
Ooh.
Wow.
Well,
Love.
okay.
So that was a very that was a very later 2000s thing where they just kind of they would adapt a lot of stuff and then they're like, wait a second, we can't wait until the manga's done in a decade from now or half a decade from now. And also, we don't really have that kind of money to just sit around and adapt like 70 episodes for a series. So they just had to like cut off a lot of series like that. And Pandora Hearts is like such a great example, such a great time capsule of that era for anime. I mean, they still do
Ari,
this,
it was like
obviously.
780p. You could
But-
count the pixels.
Yes, they still do this to a degree, but especially with Pandora Hearts, it was just so funny how it just they just pick an episode and they're like, some threat is out there. Oh, they're all joining forces to defeat it. Oh, it's defeated, and the
When they all
journey
join forces.
continues.
Fucking
Dot,
Wonder
dot,
Egg ass ending.
dot.
I like how Elliot and not Leo, he's Rio in this version. They changed his name for God knows what reason.
Well, that's just
No,
because
that's
that's just Japanese pronunciation.
All right,
Leo,
well,
yeah.
fuck Japanese
So, like,
pronunciation.
Well, the problem was just the subtitling choosing to write it as Rio instead of Leo, which is the other
Yeah.
translations did it. And I don't know if those were official subs that we were watching or fan subs. I have no idea. So.
All right, fair enough. They just show up and then they're gone.
I don't even know if it was officially subbed. I want to
Yeah.
assume it was, but I have no idea.
It's
Me
like
too.
Battler's name is Batora.
He's always battling.
Batora.
Okay, also, Ari, I have to ask, is this a different mic or something weird with your mic or whatever? You keep peeking.
Oh, I am leaning closer to it.
Oh, okay.
The gamer lead.
You,
I should have known.
because you really want us to hear the squeaky
I was
toy.
leaning in, okay? No, I was leaning against my desk.
Okay.
Ari
Yeah.
squeaking around. As
I'll
usual.
get away. I will.
Yeah, get
sit
away.
back.
Ew.
I will be normal.
Gross.
I don't believe that.
Damn.
You don't like
Um,
clowns here, Ari. Okay, as established by Sailor Moon.
The clown merch birthday set. Quotes. Don't you dare put that cup on me, acrylic coaster. Stick 'em up card holder. Made by yours truly, Battalion acrylic keychain. It's cute. Battalion plushie.
that was drawn by him.
Oh, sweet. Bonus.
That's why it's so hideous.
Bonus.
That's why
battle.
it looks like he's dying.
Bonus battle card.
Yeah.
Do they have a card game?
It's just like one of those.
This is just like a fake card thing, like a collectible
yeah.
card. Okay,
But they sign them.
I see.
Depending on if you get the edition or not.
Hold on. This effect. Take all your opponent's cards, you lose the game.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
think
yeah.
it actually says that on the finished one. Let me see.
Did they change it? They nerfed Battle.
The
They nerfed Battle on their
Let's
fake
see.
card game.
Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so it says stick 'em up, take all your opponent's cards, you lose the game. They've taken
Nice.
everything but my dignity. Oh, nope, that's gone too.
Oh, I
As
see.
if
I
he
see.
ever had dignity.
Right. This stream is sponsored by Gavis Battle.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Gavis Battle is a big fan of book club. We all know this.
Shadow said that so like, no, it's not.
What do you know about
dare
our
you say
sponsors? What do you know about them?
Look, Shep, if we had Gavis Bell sponsoring us, I feel like I would have known by now.
I think there
I
are
know that
several.
with Squarespace you can build an excellent website.
That's true. That's true. I think there are several HoloLive VTubers that love listening into the book club streams. Obviously, they have to lurk, okay, or message on their second accounts, okay, because they can't attract too much attention, all right? But that's just how it is. I'm sure we have so many fans all across the globe, including the HoloLive and HoloStars and all the Holos, okay? I'm sure.
Thank you for getting it right. He's
Yeah.
not Hololive,
Ryukishi
he's
himself
Stars.
is listening right now.
Ryukishi
That's
is
true.
definitely listening, yes.
That's true. Ryukishi listened to all of our yaps about Umineko. That was a thing that definitely happened. And I'm sure Peach Pit heard all of our comments about Rosen Maiden, and I'm sure
I'm sure they were really happy about it.
And now they're going to make the next Rosa Maiden series.
There's another one.
Finally, Rosen Maiden 3.
They just don't stop. They
We'll
just
get it
don't
right
stop.
this time.
That's true.
Yeah, right.
Welcome, Andy. And Andy, are you home yet? Or are you like driving? We haven't started yet.
I have nothing nice to say.
Okay.
Okay.
Base.
That was not the question he asked.
Well, it sounds like Andy's home, so that's good at least.
That's the important
I'm
part.
home. I'm just untying my shoes and waiting for my cat to get back in the room because I'd like to close the door, but my cat decided to just leave my room. And if I close the door, she's gonna come meowing at the door in like 2 minutes to be let back in. So now I have to wait for her.
I have a feeling I know why you want to close your door today.
I always want to close my door during book club.
But certainly today, you really want to close your door.
All right.
I
Well,
tried so hard on my drive home for like 30 minutes. Number one, I missed my exit because somebody wouldn't let me over. Still pissed about that.
That's
Number
me,
two.
by the way.
I
Always
see
knew
how
R
it
was
is.
Arizonian.
I see how it is. Number two. Thank you. My mom brought me dinner, guys. Everybody say thank you, Andy's mom.
thank you,
Thanks,
Andy's
Andy's
mom.
Thank you,
Wait, what's the
Andy's
food?
mom.
Wait,
Yeah,
what's the
thank
food?
you.
What's the food? What's the food?
It's beef stir fry on rice.
Okay, thank you, Andy's mom. The answer may have changed depending on what the answer was. It may have
And
changed.
Sorry,
I
no,
spent-
I have to know what would have gotten you to be like absolutely the fuck. not.
Have you heard before the kind of foods I typically eat? There's a big range of stuff that I would say no thanks to.
I could say
a lot of things.
that my mom brought me a Caesar salad with crispy chicken on top, freshly cooked, and Chop would be like, "Ew, gross," because he's a salad hater.
I'd eat the chicken.
Anyway, I
Fucking Leroy
spent
Jenkins ass.
my entire 30-minute commute trying to think of at least one positive thing to say, and I could not come up with anything.
Damn.
Alright,
Well.
today's gonna be a good episode of the Anime Book
The
Club.
hamster!
tend to have
The
that effect on
hamster
people.
returned!
Turritos,
Okay.
Turritos
Hold on,
just
hold on.
cheering.
That's honest to God, why I almost missed my exit. Because I didn't realize I had to get over until somebody decided that they wanted to be riding along me as I was trying to get to my exit. Because I was so busy trying to think of something nice to say and I couldn't come
Oh
up
my
with anything.
god. Don't worry, we'll come up with nice
Um,
things to say together as a family. All right.
I have something to say with the hamster, but we'll
Well,
get
you,
to that.
we can all wait. We can all wait a second. Okay, so just to double check, I believe this should be everybody for this week. Noctera has shown up again in the chats to let us know that they will not be around this week. But I'm sure they're excited to hear about our thoughts, and maybe they'll be a part of the next series that we have. So we'll see how that goes. And I don't believe we're waiting on anybody else, because Shino was not a part of this. Baguetti was not a part of this. Any other regulars that were a part of that? I don't think so. So I think
No,
this
there's
is it.
everyone.
Yeah, this is everyone. So we can get going.
This is the
now.
entire clown show.
I think
I'll
Ari
check
said.
out.
I think Ari said BRB. I'll wait for Ari to come back, and then we'll start. And then we'll.
So how did your
Yeah.
guys' day go?
It went well. I've been.
I'm losing it.
Okay, well. I got busy with work stuff. A lot of my work stuff lately has been, hey, can you focus on working on this thing? And I go, yes, sure, I'll get right on that. I try to do it. There's several like tech limiting things that like block me from doing anything, and I have to open up another ticket to somebody else to try to fix things. I've had to do this like for 3 things in a row. And I was just like, well, I can't do anything if I have to keep opening these tickets, and then we have to wait like a day or so for that to be sorted. So what am I supposed to do about that? But I've been doing my best despite that. and we're making progress in some areas, so that's good. Meanwhile,
all of the leadership.
Yeah.
All of the leadership at my work is going on a team building cruise this weekend, so
Oh,
we're
boy.
about to
Team
be
building this day.
out of managers for like 4 days.
That's very funny.
Oh boy. Meanwhile, I've also been on
I've
the
losing
continuing
my
the I've been continuing the Mahjong grind still as well. We're going through the
Oh, my
grind.
brother started playing that game.
I've learned so much in the past couple weeks, and now I am growing even more. I feel I'm at like 350 hours logged just on like my Steam hours of that. It's now more hours than I have been doing the art practice this year, and I only started Mahjong stuff in like June.
Yeah.
So
My
Is
friend
it a visual novel?
what Mahjong? Mahjong.
Yeah,
It's
is
like-
it a game? Oh, okay.
Oh,
okay.
it's a game. It's not a visual novel. It's kind of like a more traditional like classical game like chess. But it's with tiles. A large set of like Chinese inspired tiles. And there's it's basically poker but like with tiles. It's not a bit. What do you mean bit? What the fuck? By the way, we've been patiently waiting for you to come back before we start, by the way, so I don't want to hear this shit.
I could hear you talk about Mahjong, that's what she's complaining about.
If you want to play Mahjong 2.0, TFT was inspired by Mahjong. So yeah.
What?
That is. That's how Dota Auto Chess was. You pair your tiles, you pair your board. So Dota Auto Chess had the foundation of Mahjong. So TFT is like Mahjong 2.0.
Yeah, that makes sense because I mean that's all
Chess 2.0.
like,
what the hell?
Well, no, I mean I think they call it auto chess or whatever, but like it's really it's more inspired by Mahjong just because of the fact that like you have a limited set of random things that you're given, and you have to most efficiently pick the correct things in order to make your hand the best, and that would seems like that would apply there. So
also,
yeah, pretty much.
dominoes is like that, I think.
Probably. I never really learned dominoes, but probably. All right, we're all here. Are we ready to get going?
Yeah.
Circus show is here.
All right, let me take off the pre-show and we'll get started. Welcome everybody to another exciting episode of the Anime Book Club here on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick, all at the same time. We are here to finish our discussions on the Kagerou Daze manga, volume 13, and because it's an odd number of volumes, we're going to have a quiz afterwards, so I hope you guys studied if you are ready for that. So,
you didn't study, Andy?
Before we get into all that, let's get into our guests for this week. Starting in alphabetical order, as usual, let's see. Andy Zami, introduce yourself.
Hey, what's up? I'm Andy. I use he, they pronouns, please. No, she, her. And I'm baking everywhere. If you want to go check out my art, that'd be cool. If you want to commission me, please wait a month. I'm not using my drawing tablet right now, but once I move into the new house on December 20th, and I have my own office, then I will be able to start taking commissions. And my recommendation is a musical set by, I think her name is Elaine Hillenberg, called Illuminare. I really like it. I went to Carnegie Hall to watch my brother sing it. It was pretty good. There is a recording of like the original like release, quote unquote, available on YouTube. My brother did it better. There are 2 parts in the piece of Nox where they get the timing a little off, and it bugs me every single time I listen to it. But I still really like the pieces. It still gives me goosebumps every single time I listen to it. So everybody should go listen to it.
Hell yeah, absolutely. Go check that out if you are interested in that. Thank you so much for that. And next up, Anne's Theory of Happiness. Introduce yourself.
Hi, that's me. Yeah, I exist, I guess. My recommendation this week. I'm gonna shoot my credibility even more in the foot and just say don't play Bloodborne.
What? Damn. That sounds like that would get you killed in most other servers I'm in, to be honest. That sounds like I've only played a tiny bit of it. I thought it was cool. Damn, what'd you hate about it?
I just don't enjoy it, like, at all. There's nothing.
Not enough women.
I like the whip sword.
That's part of it, yeah.
Damn. Did you like Elden Ring?
I did not try it.
Oh, okay. Is there any
I like
Souls?
Bloodborne.
Is there any Souls game you would recommend?
If you don't like Souls games,
if it has to
I don't
be
like them either.
3D,
I guess not.
Fuck Code Vein was okay.
Okay, I have been meaning to check it. I think I bought it.
It sure did.
I bought that.
Like actual characters, even.
Oh damn!
They weren't necessarily the greatest characters, but they were characters.
I bought that game ages ago. I just haven't played it yet. So at some point I will play it.
But if I'm allowed to go 2D, then I'm gonna say Ender Lilies. I fucking love that game.
Okay.
And the new one, Ender Magnolia.
All right, hell yeah. Check those out if you are interested. And apparently don't check out Bloodborne, according to Anne over here. Next up, Aribia. Introduce yourself.
Hello. I'm Aribia. I like shonen ship. This week, I think I recommended it last week. I'll just recommend it again because I just finished the second one. I've been reading the Fullmetal Alchemist light novels. There is 6. There's 6 in total. They're all translated in English by Viz Media. I just finished the second one before we started. And I like that one a lot more than the first one. So they do get better. I mean, the first one was all right. It's a light novel. Light novels are kind of a lower reading level. General audiences. But second one was pretty fun. So I'm gonna read the rest.
Class?
No, it's a light novel versus a regular novel. They're shorter, they're easier to read, typically because they are usually on a lower reading level. Yep. See, the one good thing we have in America is reading levels. I'm not getting
We also have that in Canada.
Yeah, but you're not in Canada. You're flying in a spaceship around the Earth.
Shadow, you're also lacking the... I feel like you're lacking the context that, like, before this, Ari was reading, like, Agatha Christie. So go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm still reading. I have The Labors of Hercules I'm reading right now.
We moved on. I know that guy from Fate.
It is so old. I think I had said this for our Halloween one or something. My copy of The Labors of Hercules, which is a Christie novel about Poirot, Hercule Poirot. It's so old that it's split in half because it's literally 50 years old as of this year.
Oh my god!
And it's split in half.
So's the Record of Edmund Fitzgerald.
Right at the middle part, because at the middle part of the book, they put cigarette ads in it.
I do remember you mentioning that.
Which is just so funny to me.
Oh my god.
So yeah. I go for reading. Yeah. I literally this month, my reading schedule has been going from, I'm going to read the manga for book club. Oh, I'm going to read these Fullmetal Alchemist light novels for easy reading. Oh, now I'm going to get on my nonfiction research reading of 100-year-old nonfiction books about the Commedia dell'arte that go back to 500 AD. Anyway, that's my introduction.
All right.
Well, nice to meet you.
Thank you so much for that. All right. Also, real quick, thank you and hello to Aaron in the YouTube chat who says, greetings from Argentina. Hello to you as well. Let's see here. Okay, so thank you so much for that, Ari. Next up is me, Borg, a.k.a. Chaplin, a.k.a. Wolfborg, a.k.a. the best anime book club host of all time. Like, that's just undisputed. Like, nobody's ever questioned it, and they never will. So, this week, I think I would recommend... I had something else I wanted to recommend, and now I can't really think of it, but I will recommend a show that I was watching earlier today that I think I'm almost done with, that showed up on Netflix. It looks like it was an AMC show. It's called Soulmates, and it's like kind of like a Black Mirror inspired show, where it's a sci-fi, like several different stories based on this sci-fi concept where they've discovered the soul particle, and their dating apps have used it to essentially capitalize on it, capitalism and all that, to say you can use this to find your soulmate. And it's all about the different social weirdnesses that kind of environment would cause. So it's been very interesting, the different stories that it's shown so far. It's a short series. I think it's like 5 episodes, and I'm on like the last one. So it's been pretty interesting so far. So if you're into Black Mirror, you might like that too. And that's on Netflix as well. So check that out if you're interested in that. And that's me. Next up is Shadow Man V4. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Shadow. I play video games a little too often, to be honest. But so today I recommended a good game. It's called Fire Emblem.
Oh, hell yeah. Wait, which one?
The one the game
every single one.
Oh. All of them? All right, so you're saying the original one, or?
Yeah, well, not the original. The original one in the Americas, not Japan. Japan had them since on like the NES or some shit.
Okay, so you're saying
I played Fire Emblem. I played Fire Emblem Birthright on the 3DS, and I think I got like maybe a couple hours of gameplay in, and then I got to a level I couldn't beat, and I gave up, and I haven't played it in like 15 years.
We'll get there, okay? We have a chance. We have all the time in the world.
Gaming. All right, anything else, Shadow?
Don't play Duel Monsters 1.
Okay, I think you've already anti-recommended that before, so... But thank you.
He's gonna anti-recommend it every single time.
Look, until I get done the setup, I'll keep anti-recommending it. It's been like a month, I'm still setting up.
Sweet. I hope you guys prepare your recommends and anti-recommends to make them really good in the next episode of Book Club we do, because that's gonna be the first Spotify episode. All right, you gotta really show up for that recommend.
Setup,
all right?
So I think I'll have time.
Oh boy. Anyways, thank you so much, Shadow. Next up, Turando. Introduce yourself. Turando, if you're speaking, we can't hear you.
He's went full hamster mode.
Turando is so excited about seeing the king again in the manga.
It became hamster.
All right, welcome back, Turando.
Wow.
How are we doing with the mic? Currently can't hear you still, but I see you typing. Just go without me. I'll fix the mic issues later. Okay, I'll do my best Turando impression here. Hello, my name's Turando, and I like to read. And that's all you need to be here. So welcome to Book Club, everybody. That
was pretty on point, honestly.
That is
That was really good.
Thank you. It's why I do.
That's what he says every time, so you know.
It makes it easy. So, thank you so much, everybody. It's time to talk about Volume 13 of Kagerou Daze, the final volume of the manga. I'm sure we have thoughts. I'm sure some of us have complaints. So, all right. Where do we want to start with this? Well, I will start off by saying that we sort of got the thing that I guessed last time, but like half got there. I had said last time one of the likely endings was going to be we have to reset the loop again, and then the third loop things will be okay. We did reset the loop again with that in mind, but it didn't necessarily mean that was going to happen instantly here. We more so ended up
like it never happens.
Well, yeah, the implication is that the general implication I got with the very end of this series, which is just mostly just the last like 2 chapters or whatever, then that was a big thing that stuck out to me for this week, is just the implication of this whole manga just being so much of not mattering. It is like one singular loop in like a million other loops that have happened, and this one is just one of the many in the collective of them, it seems, towards the ultimate goal of seemingly having Shintaro remember the events happening, I guess, to be able to fix things, I assume, but that's not something that we get to see here. it more so seemed to solidify to me the very much letting you know this is not the main story, and we all knew this going into it. This is not the main story. You're not supposed to consume this by itself. It is a part of a larger thing, and this series is directly saying towards the end, hey, if you want to see when they actually make progress on whatever this is going on, you're going to have to check out some of the other stuff, probably. I don't actually remember, again, I don't remember the ending for the anime. I don't know how the novels end, so I don't know if they ever do fully fix things. I want to hope that they do, but here we only got through the one loop pretty much. I mean, we had 2 loops, but the first loop seemingly was inspired by the original stories, and then the second loop was what our manga adaptation was primarily focused on as its own thing, and that's why we had many differences with it. And its specific goal, in my opinion, seemed to be just, hey, here's some fan fun, and then none of it mattered in the end, I guess. I mean, the implication is trying to show us that, like, this is one loop of many that are adding up towards Shintaro, not really awakening. I think they use the word imprinting or something like that. Like the memories of these things happening.
You imprinted on my daughter!
Oh my god. But, I mean, the main thing with this volume, up until those 2 chapters, was primarily focused on the fight, because that's how we left off last week. Last week it left off with Mary using, like, multiple eye abilities to try to stop the Clearing Eyes bad guy, what do we say, Kudoha or whatever, the evil Konoha person. Okay, stop him in place using multiple abilities. Seemingly, when we start this volume, they're just like, this isn't gonna stop him. This isn't gonna like defeat him. This is just to stall for time. And then we also dragged him into the forest somehow with that process, and then proceeded to mostly run away from him for most of the volume. In the forest that we've dragged him into. I really did think that they had much more of a plan built up for this. Because it seemed like they did at first with Mary using, like, multiple abilities on him in combination. I'm like, oh shit, maybe we're actually going to be smart about this. No. And then they brought him to the forest and they were just, like, running away mostly, from what I remember. And I'm just like, oh, okay. All right. I mean, there was a couple, things that they did.
Their plan was to take him to the forest, because the forest, like, apparently traps people.
Allegedly.
But then they're also stuck there, and he can just kill them.
What's the gameplay here?
Well, so my understanding was that the forest can only really be found and or left, my understanding in the early volumes, and this might have been misled, was that Mary's grandmother, when she was establishing this place, had established some kind of thing on it, or like found the specific place, and whatever it was, pretty much you're not stumbling into this place on accident. Only people with the eye abilities are able to accurately locate it or something. Which, if my understanding of that is correct, and that those same people with the eye abilities can just leave, I don't understand why the bad guy also wouldn't be able to just leave, because seemingly he has at least the Clearing Eyes ability. I don't know if... I also wasn't sure if they were necessarily combining the other abilities of the other 2 people that they seemingly helped kill. I had assumed as much, but I wasn't entirely sure.
He has the Clearing Eyes ability to begin with.
Well, the Clearing Eyes ability, I don't even know if they necessarily had an ability. I know they just wanted to kill.
It's just an entity. It's a money puzzle. It doesn't do anything.
They just want to clear, okay? They just want to kill everybody, all right, to reset things. I mean, they probably do have an actual ability, and that's probably... Oh, no, you know what? It's probably the possession might be what's happening with that. Because they seemingly possessed and took over, Hibaya, and then I don't know if they combined or something. I'm still not sure how we got Kudoha showing up after the exploding...
Once again,
truck.
Pedestrians.
He tried to be like, I can, with this person's power, I can wish whatever form I choose. That was part of how he was able to bust out of Mary's hold on him.
Okay.
Was he was like, I can wish to be immortal. I can wish to be impervious to you, and it comes true with this body that I've taken over.
Okay,
That's a really good ability. What the hell?
Well, so yeah, I mean, there was things about this that we spent so much time on backstory for certain characters that ended up not really being the focus of the main story for this, which is
trying to do the math. It's like 50-50 on the trend and the backstory, non-backstory. It's like
that's
very close to that.
That's what I figured with like these end bits and how much we focused on that.
But like, why did we have that whole volume dedicated to Satou?
So that one, that one I think was like the only main relevant one that we really had, other than the foster kids growing up or whatever. Not because of the Satou bit, because Satou didn't really play a factor in most of the fucking story himself.
No, he was just there.
That was primarily for all the Mary backstory, pretty much, and establishing the forest for us. That's all that really advanced.
And the hamster.
Right. Turdo was very excited about the hamster. Don't worry. But that was the thing that stood out to me in the end of this. We spent like half the volume going through not one, but like two long-ass flashback sequences about Aine and Haruka, and then they were not the focus of any of this adaptation, really. It would just cut back to Aine being on Shintaro's phone, and then later on she had a death scene. And then we got zero explanation about how the fuck Konoha got to become a thing from Haruka. The only bit that we saw was weird science experiments from Teacher Guy in the first loop, which wasn't happening in the second loop because Teacher Guy fucking died. So
it was just Teacher Guy. I don't think he has a name.
No, he has a name. He has a name, but I'm calling him Teacher Guy, evil Teacher Guy. So listen.
Well, he's not evil in this arc. In this arc, he's dead.
I just really need to know.
People
like,
can be two things, Sandy.
Like, my understanding is that if you want to show flashbacks to develop some characters more, that's great. And even some of the stories of these flashbacks I thought were great. The problem was they didn't add towards anything in the main plot of this story that we got for this adaptation. So it's a problem I have where it's like we spent, again, I'm still, by the way, all right, I think this is my biggest thing. That whole first loop we did not need to see in the manga. And you could probably confirm this as somebody who's probably consumed, the original stuff. That was probably all stuff from the original novels and or anime and or original beginning of that story, that whole first loop. Is that correct?
Generally.
So after that loop was all just the manga original stuff. I have to wonder, like, because as we've noted before in the past, seemingly even backstory events were changed. Like, the flashback sequence we saw in the first loop didn't matter in the main loop for this manga because it was all undone, and we got a different flashback instead. So I'm just like, I have to wonder, when this was releasing, was it meant as like a fake out for fans who were going into the series thinking that it was going to just be an adaptation of the original loop?
That's what I spent most of last week talking about.
Well, maybe you did and I just forgot or whatever, but
you did forget, Shap.
Okay, all right, okay, let's be nice about this. Okay, let's be nice.
Sorry, I really didn't mean that as like an aggressive thing. Just that.
No. You're fine. Shadow's not okay. I'm telling Shadow to be nice. All right. Yeah, calm down, Shadow.
Nice to him. You have to be careful about his early onset dementia. You could make it worse.
Okay, so So just to confirm, so that whole first loop was meant as a fake out, and then everybody was surprised when it started doing its own thing, right? That's what happened.
Yeah, it starts with a lot of the more familiar story events and beats and backstories, and then everyone just gets fucking shot, and then something completely different happens.
Happens. I have to ask: did they all die from the random gunshot in the original as well? Or
no.
No, okay.
That's only the manga.
That's a manga original death scene, and it was an incredible death scene. I won't lie.
It's incredible.
I mean, it varies. It's. I made this comparison very, very early on, but I do think the closest thing I've seen to this kind of time loop story really is Higurashi.
Yeah.
Where.
What about that one episode in Supernatural?
I haven't seen Supernatural because I do actually have some standards.
Yeah. There's an episode in Supernatural where I think the trickster god Loki traps Sam in a time loop of he has to relive the same day over and over again, and every single time Dean dies in a different way.
Oh my god.
And Sam has to try and spend the whole time not only trying to stop Dean from dying, because when Dean dies, the day resets, but balancing keeping Dean alive and figuring out why he's stuck in the time loop of just the same day over and over again.
Yeah, you don't remember that episode of Supernatural?
Good for
no, I have
sorry that
standards.
But yeah.
No, I would go for the Higurashi comparison because I mean
that's what they did with Go, right?
One of my favorite things. No, even back in the original. There's a lot of you don't necessarily see all of there's a lot of loops you don't see in the original Higurashi, but some of those loops take place over the span of years, and at the very least we are told that things go very, very differently depending on who does or does not come to Hinamizawa.
Right. I mean, that makes sense. I was more so saying Go because I remembered the fake out they did with Go. Because I remembered sitting down, ready to watch that.
That's also an accurate comparison, yes.
Because that was marketed heavily as this is a reboot of the original series. And then I go to watch it, and then the first episode ends at the very, after credits with, them revealing it's actually a whole new loop. Big spoilers about other things. It just, I'm like, oh, all right, well, thanks. Great. I mean, I already knew it was a time loop story, but still, that's wild to market it as a reboot like that, and then anybody new who goes into that just gets spoiled on shit. And the after credits, bold choice. But I mean, with the series like this, Kagerou Daze, you're most likely not getting into the manga on its own unless you're actively seeking out to go into the manga.
If you are choosing the manga as an entry point, you have made a choice.
Yeah.
And yet here we are.
Yeah. Yeah, because if anybody picked up this series by itself, having known nothing about it being based on music videos or the novels or whatever, and they just picked this up and they tried to read it, this was not a good experience.
Oh, it would be deeply unsatisfying, yeah.
Understandably
and I am sorry about that.
Exactly.
They knew that. But I mean, they knew that going into making this manga adaptation. I have to assume they knew when they were making this, they were making it for fans and not necessarily for new people, which is why they made it the way they did. But I have to assume that might be part, I don't know. Because I just keep thinking of the fact of, if you are making this for fans, though, why include that initial interest? I know they wanted to, fake out fans, but if they did, you don't have to include all the backstory that you're just going to retcon immediately. All the ANA backstory and Haruka backstory that we got in that first loop. I don't remember if there was other backstory, but I know they focused a lot on ANA and Haruka's backstory. And then all that got undone and then rewritten to a different backstory, which was also presented to us, even though it didn't really amount to anything in our main plot here. Like, choices were made. Choices. We'll say that. Like, focusing on the backstory of the other characters would have helped out a lot more. They did focus a lot last week on the backstory stuff regarding, like, was it last week or the week before? Whatever week when they were talking about Mary's backstory more with, like, her being brought home, and then they go to try to visit her house, and that's when the parents both die and Ayano starts to hate them all or whatever. Like, that whole bit, you know, that adds to the current events going on in that loop, and then the stuff of Seto going into the forest and finding Mary and all that adds to the stuff that's happening on that loop or whatever. Backstory about them getting adopted, that happens. But yeah, and it, like, I'm just surprised with where we decided to go with the finale, with certain people who did not get explored and people who did get explored. Like, Momo's backstory, which we did get to see partially of in, like, the past weeks, was very, very short, and you're just supposed to be implied the rest of the events that happened to her in between. So you don't even really get to focus on her, even though she was an important character that we focused on a lot in this loop until she fucking died. Shintaro, like, his backstory gets kind of connected with Haruka's, but Shintaro's just kind of added as an afterthought to Haruka's backstory. Like Shintaro had other stuff going on, it seems, that we did not get to see in his stuff. And he's supposed to be our main character. So, interesting choices there, again. Man, I don't know. A final volume that wants to focus on the final fight is fine. But then most of this was running away from him after trying to set up the fight. And then, like, I mean, I guess they had some cool moments with this week's volumes. I'm trying to, like, think through my thoughts of, like, because I have thoughts that I want to explain, and then there are thoughts about the actual events that happened in the final volume. I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of the events of the final volume were a blur, other than trying to fight him, then running away from him, then being slowly one by one killed by him, and or sacrificing ourselves to him.
It wasn't even really one by one. I think like 4 or 5 of them died all at the same time.
That's true. I think, like, yeah. I do remember, and I knew as soon as I got to the page, Turndo was screaming somewhere when, when the forest animals showed up to try to save the day, try to help out in the fight. I mean, what much are they gonna do against this thing, though? They like tried to do like a landslide on the guy or whatever, but I mean, that's not gonna stop this thing. I guess it, like, slowed him down for a bit, maybe
a minute or two, maybe.
But I mean, it was nice that they got a return, at least for a little bit, for fans that did like that edition of the manga. But
exactly, Turndo.
But I'm just like, okay, but they're not gonna stand a chance against this thing. We're not. I was like, hey, when we were using, like, multiple abilities at the same time against him, that was smart, and it seemed like it worked. We should do that more. But they kept being like, oh, but because she's half Medusa, she's not as powerful and can't maintain the powers, which is like, okay, well, I guess we decided now to focus on the fact that she's, like, a quarter Medusa or whatever. I think I remember Ari before complaining about the fact that she's supposed to be a quarter Medusa, and we're ignoring that for most of this or whatever. Like, the fact that she hasn't, like, she can just casually not eat for years.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's different is that, she doesn't have to eat ever. And it's like, but she's not. She's human. She's just got a small bit of Medusa in her.
Yeah, she had to go through a whole transformation progress last week in order to get to where she's at now. And apparently, even with that, she's not able to fully utilize her powers or whatever.
She doesn't have all 13 of them or whatever.
She needs all the Chaos Emeralds. I understand.
All the Chaos Snakes.
The Chaos Snakes. You mean the Chaos?
One thing I'd like to add to this scene, by the way.
Yeah, what's that?
So the part of me, I'm like, hold on, I'm curious now. How long does a hamster live for? It's 3 years.
Yeah, it's 3 years. So he lived like 13. He's immortal.
He's a Medusa.
I would like to posit that modern hamster lifetime statistics are heavily skewed by hamster mistreatment in domesticated situations.
Sure.
Okay?
Maybe, but also consider this is like a forest hamster. I don't know if they live much longer than domesticated hamsters in general. I don't know. Okay. But then again, he's got the whole forest on his side, so what do I know? But, it could be a situation where, like, this isn't the one that we saw originally, all right? This is actually the grandson. The great-great-great-great-grandson, okay?
No. I like what Turando was saying. You have to take into account the lifespan of the moose that's his steed as well. You add the hamster's estimated lifespan onto the moose, and combined, that's what they both have. Yes?
Yeah, I'm holding on.
Well, I'm looking this up.
I was gonna say, are you looking up the lifespan of a deer or something? Like, what are you?
Yeah. No, it's like a moose. Okay, never mind. He's got time.
Yeah, you got time. Me when I got time.
It could also be a situation where when Azami met with the king to make the agreement about don't fuck with me, I won't fuck with you. It included an immortality clause. Somehow I don't know.
Give immortality to his husband.
Okay. So
that's true. That's true. Actually, never mind. Maybe it only works on hamsters. I don't know. Maybe it only works on hamsters. It doesn't work at scale,
Snake prey.
Yeah, true.
Immortality. Open bracket, hamster, close bracket.
I will posit that technically, I think the reason that she settled in that forest was because it was mythical before she got there. So I think the hamster was already immortal. Was supposed to be the implication.
Immortal hamster forest, of course.
Yeah, well, because she was like this place. It's hard to find by like human eyes or whatever. Like, was the whole thing. I know that we were talking about that earlier. Was like she made it like that, but like that's why she came there was because it was already like that.
So my understanding was she originally came all the way to the place specifically because she was trying to find the least noticeable place on Earth. And somehow decided to hide on a boat and land on Japan and then search through to find a forest in Japan. I guess because snake time. She's like, I got all the time in the world. I'll just check random islands and shit too. And she decided a random forest in a part of Japan. It is the least noticeable. And so then she, I assumed, used her snake abilities to make it even more impossible for regular people to find it. That was my assumption, but it could be like you said that it was all just magical to begin with and it was already established and maybe the lore with the hamster stuff already happened or whatever. I don't know.
Hamster lore.
I have a question now that we're done with the manga. Anne, is this Hamster King like a thing in anything else with the Kagerou Daze, or is this manga original?
Not that I remember.
Okay.
No.
Okay, I actually
the main big thing we got.
I also had something that I wanted to ask. So I knew that I was going to go into this not having anything very nice to say. So I wanted to ask for people that, like Anne, that did have the context and the backstory to be able to have it be satisfying. What did you like about it?
Being put on the spot here.
Yeah, a little bit. No,
Did you hate it outright? Was this just terrible? Because this was.
No. I honestly I enjoyed it a lot. I'm just very tired.
Okay. You know what? Fair enough.
By the way, if you did really like it, don't let us shitting on whatever parts that you did like detract you from expressing what you did like or whatever. So
no, that you guys are fine. Okay.
I just need to remind people in general, like, you know, if you're a part of this group and you did like parts of it, don't let us saying that we fucking hate this thing or we don't understand this thing stop you from saying, well, I liked it actually or whatever. Do you like?
Well, so like part of the reason that I asked is because I don't remember if it was Anne or Ari had last week mentioned that there was a particular scene that like we were all kind of meh about, but they had mentioned like it was really impactful, yeah, for people that were like familiar with it, and so like I was curious to know how impactful this was overall to somebody who was familiar with it, just to get like the opposite perspective of mine, you know?
I mean, part of it is just the emotional reaction of like, obviously, yes, it's a time loop. Everyone's gonna die a lot. It still hurts when they do. Which is partly like having all of that backstory and knowledge, and also partially just me having known these characters for like a decade at this point. And I think unsurprisingly, given what fucking joke name I changed my nickname on here to, everything with Ayano just really hit and worked for me.
Sure.
Everything with Shintaro and like him not really being the protagonist of this manga, but being the protagonist of the project and building in that sort of relying on Ayano then having those memories and having that connection to Shintaro and actually having that play out in the manga, which is something you guys wouldn't have all of. Sorry, I keep doing that just because that's where my brain is going, but
fair enough.
Sure.
I guess the way to say it is that a lot of this got pretty big emotional reactions out of me just because of all of the weight that I have put behind it all.
Sure. Yeah, because like you said before, these are characters that you've known for like 10 years ish at this point. Like, yeah. It's been a while, and many of these characters you've associated with other stories that they've had going on with them, and you know, like seeing them in these scenarios. No, I can understand that absolutely, yeah. And like I said,
like it's going back to that. Like I talked about this a little bit last week, but like reading an AU does hit a lot different when you have that familiarity. And it worked here as a part of the larger narrative because of the things that it set up. Sure. While also I understand being a deeply unsatisfying ending and just experience as this first initial intersection, I guess.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. I'm done.
Yeah, no, I mean, like... I'm sorry, you were going to say something, Shadow?
You go first. I'll say it after.
Oh, so I was just gonna say, like, yeah, like from you know, my perspective as somebody who, again, I watched anime ages ago and I've seen the music video ages ago, but it's so long to the point where I don't really remember them. I never really had that strong connection with them because it's something that I just consumed at some point in the past and I didn't really like remember it too much at the time or whatever because I was probably half consuming these things or not as seriously checking them out. And now checking out this for the first time, like I recognize some of these characters and I know that like there's a big community behind the series in general. And like, you know, these are characters that like, I can understand where like they could be used and explored and expressed, in all sorts of different cool ways as a whole throughout the project, which is like multimedia projects in general are like all over the place, and they could be like hit or miss with some things for people, but overall, like you had said, the fact that we're still just following different like stories of these same characters, it certainly helps. I would imagine, even if like a story that's happening that you're consuming may not necessarily be the best of the series, it's still something to where if it's adding more screen time for these characters or showing a different side of them, you know, from that perspective, it makes the fact that we've retconned events that we haven't seen make more sense, and makes it cooler because we don't have like a set backstory that we have to stick with for them. You know, if you have that background with them, those kind of decisions are fun because you can explore that more. For those of us who do not have that kind of background, it's less fun, but I can understand now, given your perspective, thinking back on that stuff. I guess that makes more sense for why we wanted to include showing the backstory of Aine in the first loop, and then the backstory again of Aine in the second loop, because it can more directly showcase and highlight that difference. Even if I still think the background story in the second loop didn't really add too much for the main plot of this timeline, it's probably still important to have that backstory in contrast to that first one, to show a different scenario when it comes to those characters, having fun with them in the AU sense or whatever. Highlighting again the fact that fragment. This is... Yeah, exactly, yeah. Highlighting again the whole focus on like this just being fun bonus content for fans, which, like we had established, weren't even expecting the manga to be bonus new content necessarily. They might have been originally thinking that it was all just going to be the original story again, but in manga form, and they were there for the art and the presentation of it. But now they get the bonus content, and they're like all excited for it or whatever. So I can understand that a little more so in that respect. It's an interesting perspective. It's interesting stuff to think about with the series as a whole. Yeah. Shadow, you said you had something you want to say?
Oh, so while I got your attention, in, quick question. In the first loop, is Hibiya also the clearing snake there?
That is generally supposed to be the implication, yes.
Okay. I assume he just killed Konoha off screen while everyone was busy doing whatever at the carnival.
Probably. I mean, it definitely seemed like there was more events that happened there than we ever got to see in this iteration, at least. Because of the fact that they were already Kudoha or whatever at that loop when we saw them next implies a whole bunch of things have happened in between. Probably. I don't know for sure.
I find it very funny by interacting with Hibiya on the first day, he doesn't come to kill you on the next day with a gun. You have to stall him enough.
Yeah.
He doesn't get a fucking gun.
I mean, because the two main differences that we saw at the beginning of the second
loop... chaos theory?
Yes, I mean, actually, we use it in finance.
It happens often. I was trying to think. There was like three main things at the start of this loop that really changed the, or not really that they changed the events, but were showcasing the results of change events. The first one that directly changed events was spilling the soda into the bag of the rabbit food or whatever, right? Also, welcome, Nocturne. Oh, okay, all right.
And then
she's gone.
So that was the first thing, was the spilling the soda into the rabbit food, which caused them to have to go and out specifically to buy more of that, and that's where they meet Hibiya or whatever. That's one thing that solidified a direct change with the story. And then another thing that happened was, I assumed happened off screen, was the fact that Konoha showed up to the mall instead, which Konoha didn't show up to the mall at all as far as we were aware in the first loop. But now in the second loop, Konoha showed up and kind of saved the day at the mall. So that's an event that happened off screen with things and probably wasn't directly related to the fact that, Shintaro went out to the mall, unless distracting Hibiya by hanging out all day also affected that in the short time that would have been happening in between. I don't know. But like, that's a nice little thing to showcase like the differences with that, I guess. But
Eric got changed by one spilled can of soda.
I mean,
it's the butterfly effect, bro.
Yeah. sometimes that's just how it be. You spill, you destroy keyboard in one timeline, and you end up in a hostage situation. You spill on a rabbit food, you go hang out all day with your sister and like a couple random kids you meet, and nobody dies violently from guns that night. People die later, but that's unrelated. So
3 days. I think I could have gotten a gun, but I guess he didn't need it anyway.
Completely unrelated.
People die every day if you aren't a coward.
Oh.
People die every day regardless of if you're a coward.
That sounds like a threat.
Yes, but you can be involved.
Whoa.
You want to see in the world.
Whoa. No, hold on. Sponsors, don't listen to the podcast. Sponsors, don't listen to this. You're scaring away this podcast.
Advocating assassination.
No, stop. You're scaring away the sponsors. Spotify, please forgive us.
This entire bit is just bleeped.
Today's sponsor is American Weaponry.
No, it's not. No.
Lockheed Martin.
No. The sponsor would be Truck Coon, okay, who's shown up here.
Back on topic.
So yeah. All right. What did you think of the final volume?
Where are you going to me?
You wanted to go back on topic. Yeah, you wanted to get back on topic. Let's get back on topic.
Give her the topic, Ari.
We haven't heard much from your thoughts yet. What are they?
Well, I mean, my thoughts haven't really changed from last week's. I look at this manga less as, I really look at it more as like a doujin, to be honest. Where it's just the creators like, yeah, I'm going to play Barbies with my OCs. And it'll be published. It's kind of like Gull and Sultsu in that sense. I do think, I don't know, because I've conflicting thoughts. Because on one hand, I do think that a manga should have a manga should be a better starting point than what this was for a series. Because realistically, when we look at manga, you're not going to always look up and find out every single detail about a series before you pick it up. You might find it on a bookshelf at a store or at the library, or you find it online and you just start reading it. So, like, really, even from just a reader or a consumer standpoint, I think manga should just be slightly more accessible.
Sure.
Because I do think it's reasonable to assume that a reader would not know the storied history behind the series. And that brings me to my other thought, where this feels just more doujin to me than just a regular manga. Where, on the other hand, I do see that, like, less that I see it, more that I feel like this series is just for the creator itself. It's been brought up that, like, this is a manga more for the fans rather than getting anyone interested. But I would look at it more as just a manga for the creator. Rather, like, and the fans enjoying it is a good secondary result of it. But this really just feels more like this is just the creator going, I want to do a manga. I'm going to do a manga. I'm going to put this, and this, and this in here. And it's going to be about this, and this, and this. And we're going to have NA2 backstories. And we're going to have Konoha shoot people. And
that's the best part.
And on that front, like, I'm not mad at this manga because I feel like it is blameless in the sense that, like, it just really feels like this is just the creator's baby. You know, it is not meant to bring in people. And while I feel like it should have been aimed more at that, at the end of the day, it just feels, trying to push any blame onto it feels like I would be criticizing someone that's just playing with Barbies. If any of that made sense.
No, I understand.
Right?
Yeah. No, I totally understand it because, yeah. because like I said, it's not unreasonable for people to casually pick up the manga and not know anything about Kagerou Daze. Just because we're all internet pilled doesn't necessarily mean just because a lot of people are internet pilled is what I mean to say. Just because a lot of them are internet pilled doesn't necessarily mean they will know what Kagerou Daze is, and that it's a whole big thing that's been around for like 10 years, and that they're supposed to consume music videos and novels before they get into this. Like it's not really, and that's not really a thing that you should expect. Even if they do know that, you shouldn't expect them to do that. So it's it is definitely something that I think I would agree with, where it's like a manga, should absolutely, you should try to make that be very accessible despite that kind of stuff, because of the nature of like manga as a medium. I think like it would be different if somebody is picking up volume 3 as a series of a series to like start. As I picked up volume 3, it's like, okay, well, you're just jumping in the middle of a thing. You knew you were jumping in the middle of a thing because you're starting with volume 3. But that's not what this is. This isn't like sub-labeled as like a thing. This is just called Kagerou Daze.
Yeah, if it was sub-labeled as something different, then there would be a bigger case for, well, you can't consume this on its own. But like because I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. If I were to look at it as the manga itself and push aside my thoughts on like how this just feels more like, playing with OCs, I would say that I wish that this manga was longer. I've expressed that in previous weeks, where it feels like this is just like a teaser of everything, and that feels both underwhelming in a sense of a manga, but also in a sense of doing stuff for the fans. I can see where fans would enjoy parts of this, but I feel like having it be longer with more loops or just more scenes with the characters, diving more into different backstories and such, trying different things. I feel like I would have enjoyed it a lot more if it had more time to do all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, my thoughts just really haven't changed since last week. Once we got to volume 12, I was like, yeah, the last volume, unless it does something batshit, it's not going to change my opinion from how I feel right now. And it didn't. But if Konoha had appeared and just started shooting everyone...
If he had a fucking gun. What if the manga ended with them being in the forest, they're like, what are we going to do? What are we going to... And Shintaro's like, don't worry, Mary, I have a plan. And he just gives her a Glock. And then everybody else dies so that Mary can pull out the gun and just shoot the clearing eye snake.
I won, but what cost?
Where Yano asks Mary to use her eyes. Mary just cocks a gun. It's like, all right.
Oh, don't worry, I got a scope on this.
Yeah.
These are my shooting eyes, okay? Yeah.
Locking in eyes.
American
there
eyes.
You go. I will say, in the same vein of most of the stuff that you said, I don't fucking like the gimmick that this and Higurashi Go did of the fake out of I don't like that in principle. The whole, oh, don't worry, this is rebooting the original thing, it's the original story. Oh, actually, no, it's a brand new thing, and we decided to tell you guys this firsthand in the middle of reading it and or watching it. I don't like that. In principle, I don't want to encourage it. I know they do it as like a fun little bit for the existing fans. I don't want to encourage it. I hate it. I don't like it out of principle, okay? It's a nice little bonus meme for the existing fans, but the only way to set it up is to just lie to everybody about the marketing, and it will ruin the experience for anybody new who tries to get in through those things, which is how most people get into things nowadays. If a reboot happens and they didn't watch the original, most of the time they're checking out the reboot because it's the new thing. and it's like probably on a better, easily accessible platform to do it. Like, this is just how people are.
It's okay.
I actually disagree. I think creators should lie to everyone more.
Lie to everyone.
Okay, all right.
Gaslight your fans.
Like
keep the new people.
Like, when Ryukishi does it, okay, it's Ryukishi. What are you gonna do? It's Ryukishi, but...
We've come to expect that.
But
he does just make narratives out of gaslighting people.
Like,
yeah.
like with that, I don't like this, though, and I'm sure it's happened with other series before. I just can't think of them off the top of my head or whatever. But, like, these are, like, 2 cases now where I'm just like, I don't like this out of principle. It lessens the experience of this manga in general by doing that, because we spent a lot of time on this fake out at the beginning, and then all that goes in the trash. Like, I don't know. Like, here it did that. In Higurashi Go, it more so just would spoil parts of the series if you're trying to get into it as a new viewer or whatever, which is its own different kind of wrong about that, I guess. But, like, so in concept, I don't like this kind of thing that we're doing. I know it's not like a popular trend, because this manga is from, like, ages ago, and like, you know, Higurashi Go is just Ryukishi memes.
Hope you're ready for Phase 6.
Frozen Maiden 2 kind of did that.
Did it? Oh, God.
It kind of did.
Kind of.
I
don't
left
like on that cliffhanger, and then it resolved it in like 2 seconds, and then it did its own thing.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, were you excited when it did the fake out?
I would like to throw out there. No, never mind. I'll take it back.
No,
You're scared.
I was gonna say something about Incredibles 2.
Oh my god.
What about The Incredibles 2?
That does actually make sense as a comparison point. Like, I see
Okay.
where it's coming from.
I'm glad it wasn't because
I've seen it. I just don't remember all the details.
Because the first movie ends with the
moles,
like,
the mole people, and then Incredibles 2 doesn't start with that. It jumps immediately into the future.
Just completely unrelated.
Game, Andy, you gotta play the PS2 game.
Oh, is
That's
that
true.
The bridging gap?
That's true. That's the multimedia project of
Unironically, yes, it is.
This isn't a joke, by the way. This is a joke. I'm not.
No, 100%. It's like Rise of the Underminer or something.
Yes.
Yeah. No, 100%.
Andy, when are we gonna play this shitty ass Incredibles game on the PS2?
I still have to play the shitty ass Herbie game for the 3DS.
We'll do that after.
You play good games instead.
Interesting multimedia projects. All right, I'm gonna guess to chill because we do have to finish our talks about this stuff and do a quiz later. So let's but yeah, it's interesting with that kind of perspective of that kind of stuff introduced this week. I think it's especially kind of lessens the experience when it comes to manga if you're doing that too, because it's just like I invested several volumes into that first story for that all to get thrown in the trash. Like, and you're spending money on that too if you're buying it physically, and you're you know, months of waiting or whatever for those volumes, and then by the 5th one you're just like, oh, none of that mattered anymore, and you're just like, oh, okay, well, and again, all that's fine for existing fans who live for that shit and just want to experience the AU stuff. That's all perfectly fine. In general, I don't like it. I just don't like it. I don't like that. I don't like that. It's I don't know. I don't like it. I don't know. You know what I remembered from this week that happened? In there running away from the bad guy and trying to stall for time through this process. Was it Kano or whatever? Just
Kano.
He disguises himself as Azami?
Again, this is like the time he does this.
Knowing that, like, obviously the bad guy's gonna know this is Kano, but it's just to fuck with him and distract him a little bit, and it
He
just
throws
works.
For content. I don't know what he's doing.
I mean, he does throw for content. That is his character. I don't know what you know what? You're correct. I still think it's very fucking funny, the first loop where he's just sitting next to Shintaro, just texting on the phone to the gang like, "LOL guys, I think he's gonna fuck with I think he's gonna do it. He's gonna do some crazy shit. LOL guys." Like
some crazy
like he made that first loop very fun. This second loop, he's just been very not there, or like very dark and depressed or whatever, like, and reasonably so with the events that happened in the story with like Kido dying and all that, but like, I don't know, I had more fun with him in the first loop. I wanted more of that fun to be back in a way. I don't know, I wanted fun at time. I know I wasn't going to get a happy ending. I just thought we would at least get more fun moments in the second loop, other than Momo and Shintaro hanging out with Hibiya and Hiyori. But I mean, I guess that all that, the events of that happening was fine in general, just because that was our way to meet Hiyori and Hibiya. We didn't dive into anything about those two in this loop, other than hanging out with them there. We dove into nothing about them, right? Do we get any flashbacks about them or any explanation about it? It was just, we hung out with them for a day, and now one of them's a clearing eye snake, I guess. And then he's gone. He's consumed into Kuroha. So it's like, okay, well, they were there. They existed. I'm sure fans soy-pogged and pointed and all that. Whatever the kids are saying these days.
I don't think the kids ever say that, Chef. I'm not kids, so I wouldn't know.
Sure. Whatever.
That was one of the things that really frustrated me, was that Hiyori ended up being so integral, and Hibiya too, but he kind of like transformed, and so I'm not giving him as much credit.
Sure.
Hiyori became so integral and literally like basically a member of the Mekakushidan, and was like a nothing character. She was just there for the sake of being there. Or there for the sake of, like...
This character is technically evolved, but I don't know what the hell to do with them, so they're just here.
Yeah!
Within the context of the manga, she was very much just a plot device.
Yeah.
We had 2 more volumes, we would have had a backstory.
True. No, we would have gotten a third Aine backstory, don't worry. We had to learn more about Aine, only for her to...
third tragic backstory.
We had to learn about Aine again, only for her to just decide it's time to die when they go to the hospital. Like, just like, okay, well, I guess, you know what? I think I realized I fulfilled my wish. Okay, bye, Shintaro. I hope this doesn't emotionally scar you even more. Bye. Your sister's dead, and now I'm dying too. Bye-bye.
This is what called comedic timing.
Okay. Trying to think of what else I wanted to yap about with this. I mean, because again, most of the 13th volume was just a blur to me of, it's time to fight the bad guy, and by fight I mean run from the bad guy of our own setup and die one by one. Which, I mean, some of the deaths were very sudden and kind of like jarring. I think there was one bit where like it looked like Mary was like speaking to or imagining speaking to her grandmother, and then it cut back to reality, and Seto's like fucking ripped in half in front of her.
Everyone else is also dead.
And everybody else is dead too, of course. I mean, apparently with each of the deaths, like, powers are being added to Mary and or the bad guy, I guess, which didn't seemingly factor in too much. Like, supposedly they were becoming more powerful in general through this process, I'd imagine.
Allegedly.
But we weren't like utilizing the powers, which is kind of what I was more hoping for, and it had a strong hook for that with the end of last week's reading, and I was hoping for a lot more smarter plays with that. But we ended up already nerfing that immediately with this.
Smart plays, Chef.
It's okay. Apparently the animals had to show up to help us out instead of, you know, our literal supernatural eye abilities. It's fine. It's fine. And like the most we did with our supernatural eye abilities was Kano just disguising herself as a character who's absolutely not really going to be there and just walking up to him saying, "Hi, you know I'm fake." So
he did it twice. He got away the first time, but then the second time, yeah, I'm sorry for content this time. Sorry.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Was there any other events with Volume 13 that we wanted to? I mean, we should discuss. Okay. I think I gave my thoughts towards the beginning, but what did you guys think of the bonus meme ending, like post-credit scene ending bit stuff, where we've all ended the second loop pretty much, and we're just like hoping for things to be fixed in the next loop, and Ayano has additional powers or something about imprinting or whatever as well. I was still kind of confused by it. And it seemed like Ayano is able to recognize the loops, but she's more so waiting for Shintaro to remember the loops. And she is observing the events, but she's also a part of the events.
Of the loops inside of Shintaro's head. And so every single time that one of the Shintaros observes a loop, she also observes it and then stores it while his body experiences another loop. Is how I understood it.
So there's two different Ayanos essentially, the embodiment version, and then like there's an actual Ayano in these loops as well.
Oh no, it's Mineko.
And like
meta versus.
And like the bonus meme is just her looking out the window that's Shintaro's eyes to see what's going on in that current loop, and seemingly the implication is she's been waiting there for all the loops until Shintaro remembers the events and like becomes a part of this meta world or whatever through. My assumption was he has the imprinting eyes when his imprinting eyes awaken or something like that. Was that supposed to be the implication I got, or was she granting him the imprinting eyes or something? That part was a little confusing to me, but the general gist of what I got out of that was she's witnessing the events of the loops, hoping that eventually Shintaro will be able to recognize the changes and be able to make active changes to the story in more meaningful ways, because, you know, she can recognize all them in the meta like classroom that she's like looking out of or whatever, the room that she's looking out of, but she can't affect anything herself. But if somebody like Shintaro awakens to eye abilities like that, then maybe he's able to, and that's where I'm assuming this is supposed to essentially be one of many bad ends that are going to eventually add up to a good end once we have that ability be imparted onto Shintaro. That was my assumption of what the implication was for the end of the manga. I could be wrong about some of that, but that was my general understandings of that. And if that is the case, I do actually like that in concept, and it does revive in part my experience of like this whole ending bit, because again, like I might have made it obvious at this point, this whole ending volume, this whole final fight was a little disappointing for me, but this ending bit clarifying what this whole loop was about and like summarizing in my head the idea of the loops in general that are like this, where they could just be like bad ends of all sorts of shapes and sizes like this. You now get the understanding of it's all adding up to something in the future in a different timeline loop, which to me immediately comes off as like, you know, more thematically the understanding of you if you keep trying at something, you fail at it a whole bunch of times, eventually you'll be able to grow and learn and succeed and make the correct choices with most things in general. That was my understanding of what the general message you were supposed to take from the end was supposed to be. And I kind of liked how it did that with the bonus. So I won't lie to you, that bonus chapter ending, I really, really liked. And I think I did not like everything else about this last volume, but I think I really liked that end bit for those reasons. I don't know. That's just me. What did you guys think about the bonus meme ending understanding bits? Did it do anything for you? Did it confuse you? What did you think?
When I finished reading it, I realized how you felt reading Umineko.
Okay. What does that mean? Elaborate.
Which I remember I remember us kind of getting onto about wanting to get through all of the fights just to see the dead bodies because you were like, this is pointless. Like, obviously this is just flavor text for like what the larger story. Well, that was what he was saying for a lot of that, where he was like, it felt like slogging through stuff that I know isn't real. That's how the ending made me feel. Was like, oh, I just read 13 volumes of this manga for nothing. And I didn't enjoy it, to be honest. Sure. And now basically all it's saying is do more or be disappointed. And it's like, that's not
continue.
That's not a good feeling to be ending a manga on. And unfortunately, that's just really how it depends, you know, like I really think like there are some experiences where it's like you can come out of it and be like, that was disappointing, but I did get something out of it. I don't think I got anything out of this. And the whole last chapter was just, or not the last chapter, but the last volume in general was just like, yeah, I don't know. I didn't like it. Yeah. It wasn't fun.
Okay. Other people, other thoughts about the more specifically the last ending chapter reveal?
I guess in my end, I was like, oh, okay. Well, I guess the adventures continue. I guess didn't really end per se within the context of the manga. It wasn't really a satisfying conclusion. It just kind of ended more or less.
It was just find out next time on Kagerou Daze. Any version of Kagerou Daze, find out.
Yeah, I also feel like I didn't get really much out of this. I will admit though, I got some okay memes, which is, you know, that's always good.
That's true.
You know, the death by gun, 10 out of 10. The best part of the manga, personally.
All right, art enjoyers, art enjoyers and understanders. How did we feel about the art in the last volume?
It was rough.
There's some quality.
I think I sent the screenshot of when Ayano was like holding Miri's shoulders or something, and her like head was really weirdly positioned on her shoulders or something. And it's like the thing is that like it wasn't. I feel like almost it wasn't off enough to be noticeable all the time. But I'd get done looking at a page and I'd look back at it and I'd be like, that's not right. Why'd they do that?
Why'd they do that?
Why'd they do that? And a lot of it was with the angles, which like I can't blame them. You know, angles are hard, but like, I think we talked about this last week. It was rushed, and it shows. I think, in my opinion.
That's fair. Anybody else have thoughts?
I mean, if you look at the charts, you can very clearly see there's a huge differentiation between like volume 11 and 13. So I kind of expected a rushed ending, but it was fun to see it in the charts.
Like I like seeing the math behind this.
Yeah, for those of you who are not in the Discord channels at all, Turando in the spoiler zones has been compiling all sorts of charts related to like how many pages we were on track, how much backstory and things like that. Oh my god, Turando's been on a roll with this stuff. We got science behind this shit, math and science and shit.
I do have to ask. Did you do this because I said I'd be interested in seeing the ratio from backstory to non-backstory? did that cause that? Or were you already doing this beforehand?
Pretty much. I had a similar idea, but I wanted to like concretely see if there was more backstory than flashbacks, and it isn't until volume 12 where we actually see more of the current timeline than the flashbacks, and I just wanted to I wanted to prove that like for certain because I wasn't 100% sure, so you had to just count it.
Of course. I'm showing one of your charts on screen now. There's like several of them.
Like if volume 13, if we consider that backstory, because like this is like the whole ending implies that volume 13 is a backstory, then we have actually consumed more backstory than current timeline events.
Oh, all right. Well, there you go. Very interesting.
It was really to see because you could see like where the author is like really focused on the backstory because it's like the first 3 volumes it's all like actual events of Kagerou Daze, and then he kind of goes on this tangent of backstory, and then like around volume 8 he tries to get back on track, and then it's like that's where all the rushed ending comes in because you see an abrupt drop of backstory after volume 10, and then we're like really focused in on the plot. So it's really fun.
Right. Yep. Okay. Any other random thoughts or topics anybody wants to bring up before we start getting into what I plan to do is I plan to read through the afterwards that were presented to us. And then we're going to go through and get everybody's general summarized thoughts / scores. And then we will do the quiz. But before we get into all that, if anybody has other topics they want us to discuss before we wrap this, before we get into those steps, bring them up now if you can think of them. Anybody? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the afterwards that we got here for the last volume first. So first we have from Jin. It's finally the last volume. We've arrived at the final volume, and with it the storyline of the Kagerou Daze comics has reached its conclusion. I'd like to give all the thanks I can to Satou Sensei, everyone at the publisher, and of course, everyone who's read this. That's what it says. Everyone who's read this. That's what they wrote in the official Yen Press translation. They said, and of course, everyone who's read this.
Yen Press is just a small get-em company, okay?
That being said, the Mukakushidan summer is far from over. I'd really like to share their continued adventures with all of you, though I think it'll be under a different title. Hopefully, we'll meet up again pretty soon. Until then. And then next up we have from Sidu. Congratulations on Manga Volume 13 and completing the tale. Here's hoping there's a future waiting to unfold for them. And then it comes with art. This was supposed to be Shintaro? I was trying to make sure I understood who this was. Is this supposed to be Shintaro, but like with the scarf instead towards the end? The Ayano scarf?
That is one cool scarf, I gotta say.
So there you go. There's that. Which again, my assumption is that is supposed to be Shintaro, but with the scarf. But I couldn't exactly tell because I was just like, they made it look like he has 2 different hair colors because lighting, maybe. But I wasn't sure. So that's that one. And then from the manga artist Mahiro Satou, we made it to the final volume. Thank you very, very much for reading all the way to the end. I love if we could run into the Mikakushidan again somewhere. And then it's a little art of the whole gang on like a stacked on top of each other. I'm gonna show that on screen. And boop. There you go. There's them. Very cute. I think. I like it. It's nice. I think it's neat. On the next up, oh yeah, this bonus meme panel, which I believe Soul has also bumped it up, so I can save that and show it on there. Oh yeah, this bonus meme comic helped me understand that that's what was happening in that bit. By the way, I was a little confused at first. I was just thought she was seeing the scenes, not that she was literally watching them from outside of a window directly like that. The bonus meme panel just shows a censored mirror, a censored window, and she's looking away from it and says, "Ayano, kind enough to turn away when Shintara's eyes are focused on certain things." Yeah. Okay. All right.
What about NA's browser history stuff? Did you ever get rid of that?
We don't have time for that. Listen. Okay. That's all for those afterwards. Now, we're going to go through from the top of the list down. We're going to go through people's thoughts. If you've already said a lot of your thoughts, you don't have to re-elaborate all of them again. Just say whatever you want to say for closing remarks regarding the series, and then your score out of 10 that you would give the series. Starting with Andy Zami. What did you think of the Kagerou Daze manga?
It was bad. 3 out of 10.
Damn. Harsh, but fair. Cruel, but fair. We'll take it. All right, you're locking it in? Okay. Anne's Theory of Happiness. What did you think about the Kagerou Daze manga, and what score would you give it?
I liked it. 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. Oh my god. Hell yeah. Next up, Arimia. What did you think about the Kagerou Daze manga? What score would you give it out of 10?
I don't want to score it because of my conflicted feelings.
Yeah?
So I'd give it a 6 out of 10. No, but I really do feel like it's hard to score because of the reasons I have previously talked about that I won't go over again. Because on one hand, it doesn't feel like a standalone, because it just is not a standalone manga, and that's my main reason why I feel like it's hard to give it a score.
Sure.
Because it's almost like trying to give a score to something that's unfinished. I say as if I haven't given Tikuriman a 10 out of 10. 6 out of 10.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Thank you for that. Next up, me. The accessibility here really has it lose a lot of points that it would otherwise do well on in other areas for me. Like I said, it does redeem itself with that bonus chapter for me in some ways, but there's so much stuff in between that I did not enjoy. Like I said, the changing of the backstories entirely in the context of how it was presented here, I did not enjoy that, while also understanding this in the context of trying to consume the manga as its own thing, which again might not necessarily be what's intended for the manga, but accessibility issues, whatever, with that, with the planning of it or whatever. If that's what you want to try to go for the gimmick, you get the gimmick. You get different ways for me to judge it when you do the gimmick. That's just how it goes. So, I think overall that stuff mixed with my, the thoughts I already said about how it just focuses on some backstories of characters that it doesn't have to focus on the backstories of. I might like the backstories and how they're presented, but we spent more time on not really irrelevant, but less so focused on characters' backstories for that. And the main original thing it seems that it did were things that I don't think made this story more interesting than some of the stuff that I was seeing in the first loop in ways. So I don't know. In general, I'd probably give this a 5 out of 10 maybe. But again, like I said, a lot of that is just points being knocked off from the accessibility standpoint of things. And then a little bit of it is implied with or added in or loses more points because of some of the art in areas. I liked some of the art in some of the earlier stuff, and then it just, And then that whole ending fight really disappointed me after that initial fight scene where it set it up. I was hooked, and then it just kind of became nothing for me. So 5 out of 10. Again, it's one of those series where if you are a huge fan of Kagerou Daze, or if you've experienced these characters before, you'll probably enjoy this as like extra material afterwards, because that is what's intended for it. But I don't know. There you go. 5 out of 10 from me. Shadow, what do you think about Kagerou Daze, the manga in general, and what score would you give it out of 10?
Okay, so as you know, I didn't like it really all that much. So I'm gonna give it 3 out of 10, but I may change it in time through the other media potentially. I don't know, my problem is we mentioned this during Mega Man X, where like maybe if you enjoyed the other media, you would have liked the manga more. But I enjoyed the other media, and I didn't like the manga, so I was like, it might be a case of that.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Anything else, Shadow?
No, that's all.
Sweet. Turndo, what? Oh wait. So you gave it. What score did you give it? You gave it a
3.
3. Okay. Turndo, what did you think of the Kagerou Daze manga? What score would you give it out of 10?
As a standalone media, I've never encountered Kagerou Daze before, so this is like my first interaction with it. I really liked the characters. So I really enjoyed the backstory. I didn't care much for like the main timeline stuff. It was interesting, but wasn't really my cup of tea. I really enjoyed reading like NA's backstory. Some of the backstory arcs I liked, some of them I didn't. So like if I were to base it as like a manga based on its story, I would agree with the general consensus of 4 to 6. But like I think it really hit upon the things I enjoyed. Like the ending, I got to see the hamster, which was probably one of my highlights of the whole ending volume. I mean, the fight scenes could have used more explosions. I would have liked to see like maybe some government intervention and some like bombs and stuff.
Weaponry.
Like as I said, the fight scenes were like kind of basic, but this I think Kagerou Daze is not really focused on like fighting, as it is more on the backstory. So if I were to like personally rate it, like for me, like to personally rate it on a rating site, I would definitely give it a 10 out of 10. Like there's a lot of Korean light novels that have a similar story where they go into or are inserted into a similar story arc. So yeah, like there's the 51%, Surviving the Academy. Even a lot of villainous web novels kind of take that plot line of there's already a preset story, and then you're kind of just exploring that genre. So I really like Kagerou Daze.
Okay, so what's the score you're submitting in the end for this?
I think it's a 10.
If story wise, I would agree, but my personal score would still be a 10 out of 10.
Okay, we'll accept the personal score. We'll accept it. All right, sweet. So let me just go through everybody's score again. So Andy gave it a 3. Anne gave it a 7. Ari gave it a 6. I gave it a 5. Shadow gave it a 4.
3.
Oh, 3. And then Turndo just gave it a 10. And we have 6 of us here, so divide by 6. That averages out to a score of 5.6666. There you go. That's the book club consensus of the group that's made it to the end. There you go. That's our scores.
That's pretty fitting, because I do not think there was a consensus based on those scores.
We were kind of all over the place.
Not only was
it, and Chap's like, yeah, there's correlation here.
Not only was it 5, but smack in the middle, but it wasn't an even 6 to 6 either.
That's just how math numbers work. It'd be like that. So,
I think if it was like a correlation chart, just be no correlation whatsoever. We did that during the statistics class, so I would know.
Sweet. Okay.
Good job, everyone. We broke math.
Is there any final things anybody has to say about Kagerou Daze before we move on to the quiz? All right. Sweet. That means it's time, ladies and gentlemen, for what everybody's been waiting for. That's right. You know what time it is. I'm flipping this button. It's time for everybody's favorite segment of the Anime Book Club shows when we occasionally get an odd number of volumes. It's time for the Anime Book Club quiz, the bonus meme quiz segments. I will explain this for those of you who are new listening to this or have not participated in this in the past, because it has been a while. I think Land of Lustrous was the last series we did this.
Yes, Land of Lustrous was the last one.
And that was like towards the beginning of the year or something like that. So,
yeah.
The way that this works is I have assembled a bunch of quiz questions related to the series, and we're going to go through them, and you're going to be getting points depending on your answers. The way that this works is that I'm going to ask a question. You guys will not say it out loud. Do not say it out loud, or you will be giving the answer to the other players and ruining that question, okay? Do not say it out loud. You will be DMing me directly on Discord your answers. And then once I have everybody's answers, I will go through them and read out and assign points and all that. You can send whatever you want in the messages. Do not edit your messages. Just write a new message. If I see that messages have been edited, I will not accept it or whatever, because I don't know if you heard somebody else's answer and then tried to fucking change it later or some shit like that. I don't fucking know. And that's basically how that works. So I have a bunch of questions, and so you guys can do that. So that's how that process works with that. And whoever has the most points in the end will be granted an amazing prize of they can give themselves a custom distinct role name in the server. If you're in the server right now, you can see Shadow is currently the last winner. I think he's won the last 2 quizzes or whatever, and he's currently labeled as, he decided to be labeled as a certified knower of things. So if you win this,
won the first 2, I won the other 2.
So if you win this, you get the most points, you win this, then you get to have choose whatever you want that to be, and you get to take that separate spot instead of Shadow. So that's how that works. I've already gotten a message from Anne, which says, "My mind is a sieve. Let's go." All right, you know what? You're right. Let's do this. Okay, let me pull up the questions, and I will also make sure I have a separate note here for your scores. So here we have Andy. Yippee! Andy. We have Anne. We have Ari. That's 3 A names in a row. I need you guys to change it up a little bit, okay?
Look, I don't know what you want us to do here.
You're the one that puts us in alphabetical order.
You're the ones who made yourselves alphabetical order. These are your names. I don't know what to tell you. Okay.
I'm Some of us were just stuck with bad names when born. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't think your given name was Shadow. I don't think that's true.
Okay.
I don't think that's true.
My programmer gave me a wonderful name. This is the truncated version, by the way.
Oh, okay.
He's referring to his internet identity was born.
Anne has changed her name to Ban. Okay, so Ban's theory of happiness. Thank you, Ban.
Ban Marie.
Okay. All right. Let's begin the contest. Now, keep in mind, for those of you who have participated before, you'll know this, but for those that are new, if you almost get it right, but like there's like some weird technicality for why you didn't get it fully right, sometimes I assign half points, and in some cases I'll give somebody double points if they're like say it in a specific way that maybe I didn't account for in that's like more. But don't go, that doesn't mean go writing fucking essays for all your things to try to get bonus points, okay? That doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get bonus points. I am the judge with all this stuff, all right? So yeah,
he is
there you
the
go.
with the most.
Also, all my questions for this are specifically based, as much as I could understand, on only the manga stuff. Do not try to use or argue with me about stuff present with other parts of the Kagerou Daze series. I'm not here to debate about that. I don't need you to bring up fandom wikis on me about this shit, okay? I just did this based on the manga, and if I got some details of that stuff wrong, I don't know what to tell you other than I was just trying to do it based on the manga. So if you're trying to like say I'm actually in this, for what I understand, there are some things between the different versions from what I was seeing that are just inconsistent. Okay, so if you're depending on things that were listed in other versions of this story, not the manga version of this story, that might not necessarily work here. So that's just where that's at. So, but in general, okay, let's just be chill about this and we'll have a good time. All right, let's begin. Are we ready to go? Let's start with probably an easy question. Maybe. It's everybody's favorite. By the way, also, do not look at any versions of the fucking... I shouldn't have to say this really, but don't be looking at any versions of the manga that you may have, physically or otherwise. Just don't look at these things at all. Not covers, not nothing. Don't look at them. Don't shield your eyes, all right? Don't be looking at chats for answers or whatever, all right? Believe in yourselves, okay? Now, who is the artist of the manga adaptation? Is your first question.
I only know the author.
And then I'll just wait for all of the answers to be submitted to me in DMs.
This is going well.
And I will, in fact, give an additional bonus point for who is the original writer.
Oh. Are we allowed to look at the reading schedule?
No.
No, you are not allowed to look at the reading schedule.
Torrendo, you sinner.
Is this just open book?
There. I know it's there.
There's an open book and no hand-holding. It's a sin.
Oh my god, Soul is competing in the contest too? Soul from the Peanut Gallery?
Oh, we're so fucked.
I didn't realize this. All right, I'll put you down. No cheating, Soul. Honor system.
Honors. Just wait for Elizabeth to also DM you.
It's on the cover, so it should be on the live stream.
Torrendo, stop committing sins.
All right.
It's not on the live stream now.
Wait, what's on the live stream? What?
No,
Usually
don't worry
you put
about
the cover on the live stream, but it's not on this time, so I'm disappointed.
Oh, the cover in the manga is on the live stream. This is the cover of volume 13, or at least.
But I know, but not the name of the author.
Oh, I specifically edited those out of the backgrounds of these. Yeah.
No, stop cheating.
All right, I have the answers. It's time. We're gonna go through the answer for who the artist of the manga adaptation is. Mahiro Satou, and the original writer is Jin, aka Teki P, something like that. I was looking for Jin, but if you wrote the other name too, that works too. So let's see what we got here. Ban wrote, oh fuck, what was their name? Ban wrote, oh fuck, what was their name? My brain is only giving me Sidu, which is not right. Let's go. Original writer is Jin, aka Shizen no Teki P, I think. Jin was the writer. Sidu was not the manga author. Sidu was the character designer, which I'm not looking for here, and we're not grading points for. But you did get it right for the writer, so you get a point for that. And then Soul wrote 1. Original writer is Jin. Original character designer artist is Sidu, and I forget the manga artist. All right, well, you get a point for Jin. Turndo said Satoru ... It's not on the Kick live stream. Jin. That's what Turndo wrote. You got Jin, so that's at least a point. You wrote Satoru. The name was Mahiro Satou. I can't accept that. I can't accept that. Unfortunately, I was considering whether to give you a half point, but I can't accept it. Thank you for trying, though. But you got a point for Jin, at least. Next up, Andy wrote Mahiro Satou and Jin. So that's 2 points for Andy. And then Shadow wrote June. Not quite.
Not quite.
And that's the original writer. We didn't even attempt for the artist or whatever. You probably thought that was the artist too. So that's just unfortunate.
No, I said didn't know.
Is what it is. And Ari wrote Mahiro Satou, and then Jin is the original Kagepro creator. We will take both of those. You get 2 points as well. Congrats. All right. Shadow was saying to me before we started stream, I swear to God, if you ask a question about who's the author, I do this for every series, okay? It's the series.
I'm not gonna do that every time, Jeff. I'm not telling
you. All right, here's another one. Okay, some of these, the difficulties, I'm just like, I don't know if some of these are too easy. I don't know if some of these are too hard. Let's see who can get this one, which I assume will be easy, but I don't know. What 2 days does this story primarily take place on? Okay, I think I'm waiting on one more. Okay, I have all the answers. The correct answer was August 14th and 15th. And everybody, I believe, wrote that except, Turandot wrote that and then also wrote AKA Japan's Oban Festival, Japan's Mardi Gras / Cinco de Mayo, I think. That is correct. I won't be granting bonus points for that because I didn't ask that initially. Otherwise, people would have tried to guess something for that too. But very nice that you were able to remember that detail. Thank you so much for that. Also, we just got a latecomer joining in. Elizabeth just DM'd me as well. August 14th to 16th. I'm not participating, but I want it on the record. Oh. Well, you got 14 correct. 16's not technically. Well, technically, I guess involved later, but it's focused.
There are also parts of the story that take place on August 16th.
Sure. I was more so focusing on what days they primarily focus on, and I was just more so focusing on the fact that the opening says this is a story what happens on August 14th to 15th. That's why I primarily based it on.
That's a lie. So whatever.
Elizabeth, I tried. I'm sorry.
I'll give you a half point for it, Elizabeth. Though I'll give you a half point. Well, I mean, actually. Technically, you might not have heard me say like 2 days or whatever because you wrote 3 days or whatever. If you heard me say 2 days, you would have shortened it to 14th to 15th probably. So I would give you a point. Don't worry. You know what? I'll give you a point, Elizabeth. You get a point for that. Everybody else also gets a point. You got to remember to bump everybody else a point too.
Was it Friday, Saturday? Do we remember the exact days?
That I did not write down. I don't. I didn't do the calculation on that. I have no idea. All right, next question.
Saturday, Sunday.
At the very beginning of the manga, what is Shintaro doing?
Thanks. I appreciate it.
What's going on back there, Andy?
Okay. I think I'm waiting on one more message. Looks like. I just watched to see if people are still typing. If people are still typing, I just assume they haven't submitted yet. Okay. All right. That everybody? Looks potentially like it. All right. So the answer is making music on his computer. That's the one I was mainly looking for, at least. So let's see what we got here. Shadow said creating music. Correct. Andy said composing a song, a very bad song. Also correct. Turandot said music production and homework, quote, composing music. Okay, he was composing music. That's correct. And Ari said, coming up with a song on his computer which Ane accidentally, quote, quote, deletes. This is very true. And then Soul wrote, Shintaro is composing a new music track, if I recall. Lady Galaxy said, waking up about to definitely real start posting this song he's been working on everywhere to become famous, aka scrolling online. He's definitely ready to post that song he just made. Absolutely. And Elizabeth said, being a neat, pissing in Mountain Dew bottles, IDK if you can say that. You can say that, and I can also say that. That's not what he was doing, though. I mean, technically, he was in the state of being a neat still, but that's not what we're looking for here. But
neat is a state of mind, not a job.
That's true. So everybody gets a point for that, except Elizabeth, unfortunately. So, boop, 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 and boop. Okay, cool. All right, next question. What gift was Hibiya planning to give to Hiyori? I have a specific answer written here. There's chances for people to get half point or 1 point and then 2 points if you're more specific about it. I'm more so looking for the specifics of like what the item was, not necessarily where we were going to give it. If you want the bonus point, I mean. So. Okay, looks like everybody's done. Let's check it out. So the correct answer that I saw from the manga, at least, was a Triceratops keychain. That's what I saw. So what do we have here? A keychain, but Momo this is from Arimia. A keychain, but Momo accidentally ended up with the one Hibiya was going to give Hiyori. And then Andy wrote a dinosaur charm thing. I want to say it was of a Triceratops, but I don't remember if it was a phone keychain or a backpack keychain. That is correct. You will get. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to clarify. Ari, you get 1 point for getting the keychain. Andy gets 2 points for knowing that it was a.
Yeah, you better give me my point.
You got a point. Don't worry. It was a Triceratops. You did. I was actually surprised. I didn't think anybody remembered that it was a Triceratops. To be honest, I was like, oh, here's one. Here's one that's got to throw them for a loop here. Here we go.
I like
Let's
dinosaurs.
Turando said a keychain. The keychain, a bear keychain. It wasn't a bear, but you get a point though because it was a keychain. Unbearable. Soul said keychain of a weird little La Crichera from a gachapon.
La Crichera. I would say it with as a t. And all
right. Well, we don't accept La Crichera in place of a dinosaur. So you get 1 point. You get 1.
That's really fucked up and problematic of you.
I know. And then Shadow wrote a Triceratops keychain. Oh my god. So you get 2 points as well. And then Lady. Oh, okay. Lady Galaxy wrote. I want to say a phone charm. I'll accept it. I don't actually know if it's intended for a phone, but I'll accept it. I'll accept it because I don't actually know the scale of the size of those, like if they're intended to be attached to phones or whatever. But I was just like, if they said charm or keychain, I'll accept it.
I think it depends on the type of string or clip that would be on the end. So if it's one of the things where it's the ring clip that you have to put it on a lanyard, that would be for a backpack. But if it's one of the ones where you hook it on and then tie a knot, that you would put onto a phone.
I see.
Okay. It's definitely the first one, not the second one.
During the hostage situation, how much did the criminals demand?
Oh shit. Where's my phone?
If nobody gets it, we might have to do Price is Right, closest guess or whatever.
Price is Right.
By the way, please remember to add a unit of currency. Like yen or dollars or whatever.
Oh no, they're spreading. What have you done, Ari?
All right. Looks like I got all the answers in. The answer was 1 billion yen. 1 billion yen. I know. Turndo said 500 million yen, that or 5 billion, something with a 5. 5 million is probably my best answer. Or about 3.7 million USD, I think. None of that was correct, but... but the effort, okay? You know, you get a gold star for effort. Doesn't add up to a point, though. Elizabeth said 5 million yen in all caps after I made the clarification about the units. Not correct, but close. Wait, actually, no, it's not close. It's a billion versus million. Never mind. I was trying to be nice. Listen. Next up, Shadow wrote 100 million yen. Actually, 1 million yen. No. You went lower. That's wrong. You're supposed to go the other way. Andy wrote 1 million yen. I don't fucking know. It was not. Lady Galaxy wrote.
I wrote 100 million. Thank you very much. It was still wrong.
Oh, sorry.
But I want to be wrong correctly.
100 million. Mil space yen, not million. Mil space yen. Okay. All right. Cool. Lady Galaxy. Yes. It's one of those jokes. Yes. Lady Galaxy wrote.
I've heard of those.
Lady Galaxy wrote 1 billion yen. Why not? That is correct. Correct. Your why not was correct.
You win. That price is right.
And then Soul wrote 100 billion yen. A little too high. You're like the price master guy from that video. Okay, it's a little too high there. A little too high.
Look. Soul's averages us out. Okay.
Listen, you understood it was in the billions at least, and that's what's important.
Like some people here.
And Ari wrote 200 million yen. Not quite. So the only one who got a point for that, I think, was Anne. So congrats, Anne, for knowing your hostage situation demand money price, I guess. Is this anything? Here's another question. How many eye abilities are there, as declared in this manga at least?
1 billion.
There might be.
Hey, if I guess 2 numbers and one of them is right, will I get the point?
No.
You have to pick one number you could say.
We might also have to price it right this. Who knows?
For the number of eye abilities? I didn't think that this would be that hard.
There's always a chance.
Hold on, I'm thinking.
Oh, Andy's thinking, are we?
You know what? I'm submitting 2 numbers anyway. Fuck you.
It's like 2, maybe 3.
At least.
1 billion, 20 billion.
50 billion.
All right, are all the answers in? It looks like it. So, the answer was 10 eyes, and then I wrote in parentheses, technically 11 eyes as revealed in the end. So, I will accept 10 or 11 with that. Ari... Arimia wrote 7 ... question mark, but I also feel like they said 11 at one point, but let's go with 7. It was really, they declared 10, and then at the bonus meme scene we heard about the new 11th set of eyes, the imprinting eyes or whatever. There's actually, when I looked at the wiki page to confirm, there's actually like fucking 12 eyes or something like that were written on there.
Quit posting 7-Eleven.
Oh my god.
Because there's commanding eyes.
Give me half a point, please, or I'll cry.
You half a point for saying at some point they said they didn't even say 11. They said 10 at some point.
Well, they said 10, and then
and then it became 11, so they said 11. So there.
Well, no.
They did say 11.
12.
That's true. Yeah, that was the 12th eye was the commanding eye too.
Yeah, they did mention the manga.
So like,
once.
It's a confusing thing, but you wrote 7 in the end. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. You wrote, but let's go with 7. Can't do it. Sorry. That's just how it goes. All right. Andy wrote 2 numbers, and I just assumed they were going to be like 10 and 11 or 10 and 12 or something. Andy wrote 8 and 13. So Andy's also not getting
it. Homestead reference?
The average.
Listen, to be clear, I told Andy not to put 2 numbers to begin with, and Andy did it anyways. So I don't know if I was going to grant points in general, unless it was like coming with that explanation, maybe. But I don't know.
Hey, at least you don't have to explore that time loop. I got it wrong anyway.
It's okay, Ari, because you're not alone. Turando wrote, "I'm gonna go 7." So Turando's with you. Turando thought it was also 7.
So we heard the number 7. We're not delusional.
No, because when Ayano names them, she only names 7, and then she mentions the 3 other ones. It's very dumb.
Yeah, but they specifically say there's 10 eye abilities at that segment. So that's what I was going with. Turno also listed a couple, and they wrote too lazy to add them up. So all right, cool. Ari, no, I already read Ari's. Soul wrote 10 eyes. Soul, you are correct. You get a point. Boom. Elizabeth wrote 8. Not quite. Lady Galaxy wrote 10 eye abilities. Why not? This is for luck in parentheses. It was correct.
That's good.
There you go. I didn't think you needed luck, but you got it. Shadow also wrote 10, so Shadow, you get a point as well.
Listen, you're not having my experience.
Wait, is there a different number in the other stuff? Hold on.
Well, I mean, because I'm just imagining and just thinking like...
No, I'm just a dumbass.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I have a chance, yeah, champ.
Oh, boy. All right,
and the last time I was like, yeah, I'll just throw out a number. Why not? And then I was exactly right.
All right, this next question, you have a chance for 2 points here, up to 2 points.
Ooh.
What is the name of the group, and for the bonus points, what does it mean? Okay, just to clarify real quick, I mean the name of the group, you know, the characters in the group. They're like gang name or whatever. I'm referring to the gang name. Yeah. I just want to say, Andy's current status is Herbie is my coping mechanism, and every time I see it, I'm thinking like that's the message it sent me, and I'm just like, we're talking about Herbie in the Kagerou Daze quiz.
You know, I should do something like that. That'd be very funny.
Well, Shadow's status is just beat boop, so I mean, Ari's is I just want to play Dojin game.
We're doing good.
All right, all the answers are submitted. So the just a reminder. So the questions were, what's the name of the group, and what a bonus question is, what does the name of the group mean? So let's go through. Shadow said, Mikakushidan, it's a mess up of another name. Or, I'm sorry, you wrote Matsuki-dan. So you spelled it wrong, but I mean, you'd get like half a point at least for you knew the general thing. You just spelled it horribly wrong.
God damn it!
It's as far as I know, not a mess up of an. Oh, I forgot to clarify as well the answer for the other one. So the name of the group is Mekakushi-dan, and then the bonus answer for what the name means is Blindfold Gang. That's apparently what that means, Blindfold Gang.
And they have no blindfolds.
Well, they established the. I won't get into it. This is the whole thing. Anyways, Turando said Mekakushi-dan, something eyes, Mikaku City actors. Kagerou. You can't list 3 answers, guys. You can't list 3 answers hoping they work.
For the titles.
I'm not talking about the title of the series. The name of the group. The name of the group, not the series or whatever. The name of the group is the Mikakushi Dan, not those. I'll give you a half a point for a turn. That's the best I can do. That's the best I can do, considering you wrote multiple, very different answers. So this is the best I can do for you. Andy wrote Mikakushi Dan, and I know Mikakushi means blindfold, but I don't know what Dan means. Club, maybe? I will accept it. So you get 2 points.
Yes! Let's go!
Elizabeth said, it starts with a K, and it means they're, like, in high school. I'm trying to think of what call something or whatever? I'm trying to think of a Japanese term that starts with K. It means that they're in high school. I don't remember. But no, on both counts, unfortunately. No.
I don't think they even are in high school.
No, but, they also established the name when they were, like, elementary schoolers, but that's different. Actually, they weren't even going to school. You know what?
This whole thing's fucked.
Next up, Soul said Mikakushi Dan headphone actors, ? You get a point for the Mikakushi Dan. It does not mean headphone actors by itself, though. Lady Galaxy said the Mikakushi Dan and fuck if I remember. So you get a point. I see. I accidentally gave Anne your 2 points earlier, so I have to take those away. So put that back to Andy, and then Anne gets that. Okay. Scores are correct. Okay, cool. And then Arimia wrote Mikaku City Dan headphone actors. I'll give you half a point, at least. I mean, you didn't get the meaning correct, and you mistyped the first one. So we'll give you half a point, though. We'll give you half a point. That's just how it be. That's just how it be. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. All right.
Wait, what was the actual answer?
Mikakushi Dan.
How do you spell it?
Not so it's MEKAKUSHI and then Dan. Mikakushi. So that's what we were looking for.
Did I spell it right at least?
You wait, where was yours? You did write it, spell it correctly. You just also wrote 2 other answers that are wildly different. So I couldn't accept it fully, unfortunately. All right. So next question. Oh, here we go.
Uh-oh.
Please let it be a gun question.
You have chances
Please let it be a gun question.
You have chances for up to 3 points here.
Ooh.
Oh, shit.
There's 3 names that we got to think of here. What is Mary's grandmother's name, Mary's mother's name, and Mary's grandmother's husband? What are those names? I don't need full names, by the way, just letting you guys know ahead of time. As long as I get a bit of their name, that's all I need. Oh, they are typing away. Oh, boy. Can they think of all of them?
No.
Absolutely not.
I hope
At least it wasn't the other parents' names.
I think the one I got wrong was pretty on brand.
All right, let's see here. All right, locked in. Are we ready? Let's go. So the answer is Mary's grandmother's name is Azami. Mary's mother's name is Shion, and Azami's husband's name is Tsukihiko. So those were the answers. Azami, Shion, and Tsukihiko. So Shadow wrote Azami, Shion, Tsukihiko, and then specified grandmother, mother, grandfather. Correct. On all accounts. You get 3 points. Oh my god.
Damn you, Shadow.
What do you mean, damn me?
Soul wrote Azami. Soul wrote Azami, Shion, and Tatsuya? Question mark. You got 2 of them, so you get 2 points. I was about to be like, Turndo has just sent me another message. I don't know if I can accept this anymore, but Turrendo's answer was Azami, Toyomi / Toyotomi, Isato. And then the additional message they just sent me was plus hamster. I don't know what to make of
family. Okay. Hamster's family.
I don't know what to make of this math equation. You at least got Azami correct. I don't know anything else, but you get at least 1 point. So there you go. So I already did Shadow, I already did Soul. Andy wrote Azami, and I don't remember the other 2. Whoops. So you get a point. I had hoped at least Andy got one of them, because Andy's literally named after them in the server.
I wonder which one I would remember.
Ari wrote Azami, something with an S, and then June, question mark? You did get something with an S. It did start with an S, unfortunately. So you get at least a point for Azami. There you go. Lady Galaxy wrote Azami, Shion, and just some fucking guy. Well, I mean, that
you
fucking...
can't say I'm wrong.
Listen, that fucking guy was pretty much one of the causes for everything going wrong in this timeline. I'll have you know, the Kagerou Daze shit happening. So, just some fucking guy.
Look, you want me to remember a man's name?
He appears, I think, for less panels than the hamsters. He's there for like 20 panels or something.
Damn. Elizabeth wrote, okay, no. You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. So that's that one. Next up. Hold on. I have a bunch of questions here. I'm just trying to pick through some of them. Okay. Here we go. At the start of the story, how long has Shintaro been a shut-in?
Do we have to price is right this one
Are
too?
you gonna price and right this one too? Yeah.
No, because I know it.
God damn it, Ar.
I don't remember if I know it.
My mind remains a sieve.
Look at them all typing away. Typing away! All right, it looks like we got all the answers in. How long was Shintaro a shut-in at the start of the series? About 2 years. 2 years. Lady Galaxy wrote 3 years, I think, question mark. Going with it. Why not? For luck again. Not quite. The luck did not work here. I think it's because you didn't say... oh, no, you did say why. For some reason, I thought you said fuck it, why not? But you just wrote why not before. Didn't work here, unfortunately.
That sounds like some shit I would do.
Based. Turando wrote 4 years, although it feels... I feel it's 2. I'm going 4. Shintaro's like 21 and Momo's 17 or something, so college probably. Well, you should have gone with 2. It's not 4.
You should have gone with 2.
Unfortunate.
Speaking of 4.
Andy wrote 2 years, ... question mark. This correct? You got it. Shadow wrote 4 years. Nope. Elizabeth wrote 2 years. That's correct. Soul wrote 2 years, correct. Sorry, Soul wrote 2 years, question mark? But you gotta be more confident about these answers, okay? Like Ari, who just wrote 2 years. That's it. That's all she wrote, and it's correct. So there you go. Sweet. Soul also just messaged me saying, I'm trying with the screaming, sad-looking saber face, garbled or whatever. That's what the email
we're all trying
name is.
here, so.
Who was the leader of the Mikakushidan? Oh, look at them type. Oh, they are typing.
Look at the mice type.
All right.
Sorry, that was...
Having a little chuckle there, Andy?
I sent Chip a GIF, and the GIF was way bigger than I thought it was.
I don't have water on me, and it's very disappointing.
I got water between the questions.
My water's on the
You know what?
floor,
I should do that.
Yeah, just give us a long question and just leave for like a minute or two.
Give us an essay question.
Yeah, give us an essay question.
You think I won't? You think I won't?
You always give us a nice question at like the very end, so it makes sense.
Turndo still typing.
Identify one theme and then pick 3 pieces of supporting evidence.
Sorry, just randomly listing stuff.
Oh, okay, all right. Okay, the answer was Kido. Kido is the leader of the Mikakushidan. Shadow wrote Kido. Ari wrote Best Girl Kido. Soul wrote Kido. Andy wrote Kido and then sent me a Club Penguin dancing gif. Like a blue little penguin dancing on a white background. Thank you for that. Elizabeth said 2 years. I'm sorry, that was the previous answer. Elizabeth said the emo girl. Do we accept this, chat? Do we accept this?
No.
No?
No.
All right. Well, the answer is no, Elizabeth, apparently.
They're all like emo, okay?
They can't tell your fate.
Anne said, oh, that one varies a lot, but Kido is most often presented as the leader of the gang that we see. Arguably, Ayano also plays the role at points, but Kido is the one that's like introduced as such in the manga. That is correct. So you also get a point.
You did need an essay for that one.
We'll
I said I overthought it.
And Turndo wrote Kido number 1 ... and then wrote Kano number 2, Seto number 3. These may be switched. Mary 4 ? Ayano 5 ? We're just listing other numbers here. You didn't have to do all that. We accept Kido number 1. You did it, Turndo.
Also, it's not even right.
Well, all right. Well, that wasn't the question anyway. So everybody gets a point, I think, except Elizabeth. Sorry, you gotta write a name. That's just how it be. All right. Next up. How did Momo gain her powers? And I'm going to get a water real quick.
You know how you say it. You can just sneak away without telling us. You just scurry away. He's not even here. Like,
I'm gonna say something funny.
All right. It's time to drink water.
It's time to drink water.
How did you get water that fast?
It's time to drink water.
I just get a
big water next to them.
Wait, I just grab another big gallon of water and I just keep it next to my desk all day and I just pour from that.
Oh, so you're one of those that drinks lukewarm water.
That's all I need.
Oh,
It's
I
also
can't even
fucking...
be mad at that. Like that's like you're stronger than me for doing that. I can't.
It's also fucking cold here right now,
water.
so that's fair.
Yeah, you don't want cold water in November.
Seltzer only? No, you're disgusting. You disgust me. We
Damn.
can talk now.
Damn. All right.
Good thing they're not in VC.
All right.
Felt so
How did
early.
Momo gain her powers? The answer was she almost drowned. I also wrote her father died as like a thing. If you know,
no, read my answer.
You got an essay?
Hold on, my computer's frozen up for a bit. Okay, there we go. All right, so Rimia wrote, "Vacation gone wrong. Drowned with her dad." I'll take it. I'll take it.
You better.
Turando wrote, "Can't swim. Unattended child / bad parenting." I don't think that's necessarily, but I mean, I wasn't there. I mean, it's correct though. All right, so that's correct. Elizabeth wrote, "How did anyone do anything?" You know what? So true, Elizabeth. So true. Soul
I'm
wrote,
always asking this.
Soul wrote, "She drowned with her dad, but escaped the Kagerou Daze. Her dad's probably stuck in there in swim trunks to BH." Wow. Okay. All right. I don't know how that works, but Lady Galaxy wrote, "It's somewhere in my brain, but I can't access. Much like Momo taking her quizzes." You know what? True. You know what? You're right. I didn't write this as a quiz question, but I should have. I should have wrote what score did she get, and I completely forgot to do that. It was in my head at some point, and I didn't do it, so it's not here in the quiz questions.
The problem is I know it.
It's always
same.
Oh, damn.
I even studied the question she got wrong.
Okay, so then Shadow wrote, "On a vacation with her dad, she starts drowning, and her dad saved her, but the dad is dead." That's true. That's true. Okay, it also says edited. Why did you edit the message, Shadow? What did you do?
I actually wrote "dad is dad," not "dad is dead."
Dad is dead.
This
Fair enough.
is while you're still getting water.
Fair enough.
As part of the committee, I would like to accept those edits as being valid.
Well, the timestamp says it was before I started reading the answer, so that's okay. All right. And then Andy wrote, "She pulled an Ushio." This is a reference to summertime rendering. She drowned in the ocean, but was saved by her dad, so he died, and she lived. Shiori, that was the bitch.
I couldn't remember the girl that had actually gotten washed out to the ocean.
Oh,
so I
yes.
put Ushio, and then I was like, wait, I remembered.
Well, don't worry. That wasn't the question we were worried about here. That wasn't the question we were worried about here.
The drowning was the mer people, not her inadequacy.
Oh my
True.
God. All right, so let me just go through again. I think everybody got it except for Elizabeth and
I missed it.
Did you? Somewhere in my brain. Oh yeah, somewhere in my brain that I can't access. Okay, so
Yeah,
two
I
people
made a
did
stupid
not
bit.
get. Happens. Okay. 7. Got the ba. All right, next question. Shintaro has a rabbit. What's its name?
The evil rabbit.
Okay. Look at them all typing so much.
Why do they need to type so much?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Because I don't remember it.
All right, let's see. The answer was Tono. As far as I was able to find, it looked like the rabbit's name was Tono. So, Lady Galaxy wrote Alice. No. Shadow wrote Tono. Correct. Arimia wrote Tewi. Tewi. It says Tewi.
Okay, so I wrote Tewi because I was playing Toho earlier. And Tewi is the bunny girl. So I was just like, well, I remember it with like a T, but I don't really remember the name. So either I can write a joke answer of Usagi, or I can write a joke answer of Tewi. So let's go with Tewi.
Fuck you! My joke answer of Usagi was serious. Shitaro's absolutely the kind of guy whose name is Rabbit.
It is. I just say it's a joke answer because I knew it wasn't Usagi. He would do that, but I remembered it wasn't that.
I genuinely
That's true.
don't remember.
Right. Well, it is not Tewi, and it is also not Usagi, which is what Andy wrote. Andy wrote Usagi. I don't fucking know. I'm sorry. IDFK. That's what Andy wrote, and that's not correct. Elizabeth wrote.
Words in his mouth.
That's true. That's true. Elizabeth wrote Cutie Pie. I don't even. Maybe someone has called it. Maybe Momo at some point. I don't know. Turndo wrote Tomo-chan. Well, it's very close. I'd give you a half point for that because it's very, very close. Soul said, I don't remember, but think about just how much that little guy's seen because of Shintaro. True, but that doesn't give you a point here. Thinking about it, so Turndo gets another half point, and who were the ones who got it? Shadow got it. I think Shadow was the only one that got it. Shadow's the only bunny name rememberer. Okay.
Liam, was there less than the hamster?
He's an integral part of the plot.
I barely remember Hiyori's name, okay? You can't expect me to remember the fucking rabbit.
I honestly considered putting a question about the hamster's name, but then I looked and I don't think they ever gave the hamster a name.
No,
maybe they did.
Village, where was it? The forest chief.
You should have left it in as a trick question.
You know what? You're giving me ideas here. You're giving me ideas.
It just causes paranoia,
Nothing could stop me from just adding in a twit question.
A twit question?
A twit question, about Tewi.
I think of Tewi. This is very funny.
A Tewi twit question.
A Tewi twit question.
Thank
love
you,
Kagerou Daze.
I need to calm down.
Jefflin.
All right, you ready? You ready for this next one?
No.
Yeah.
In the first loop, Shintaro spills soda on his keyboard. What are the 3 letters that he was only able to use after spilling the soda on it? You can only guess 3 final letters in the end, and you will get a point for each letter. I will not accept bonus things. I gotta know, flat out, what your final 3 letters are.
Okay, but I'm still putting my joke in there because I already did.
You can do jokes. That's fine. That's fine. All right. Looks like we're all set. The answers were R, O, and T. R, O, and T. Shadow wrote R-O-T. That's correct. Lady Galaxy wrote R-O-N-T, like what he does day in and day out. True. Andy wrote T, V, and U. Well, you got one of them. Elizabeth wrote AFK. Well, not quite. Not quite. Turndo wrote she, like SHI. No, not quite. Arimi wrote ORZ. You got 2 of them.
So my thought process, because you're all so curious,
Okay.
I was thinking of like, first I was like, okay, well, NA, well, that's just 2 letters. Okay, so then let's go to internet speak. Okay, so well, Nico Nico Doga, that's just 2 letters as well. ND.
Yeah.
So okay, well, how do you type things like OTL? But the earlier form of it was usually ORZ, ORZ, and that would be like what he's doing now that he can't use.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? True. That's true. True.
So I was like, okay, ORZ, because it's to look like the guy that's leaning over and stuff, because that's what he's doing now, because he can't use his keyboard anymore.
There's a lot going on there. I understood in the end, though. Well, congrats. You get 2 points for your thought process. Solo gets 2 points. Turndo gets...
Shut up!
What the fuck? Turndo gets nothing. Elizabeth gets nothing. Andy gets 1 point.
I get 1.
Me too. Oh yeah, you might not have been there for that.
Squeaky toy.
They don't know.
Her battalion. Her battalion plush. Lady Galaxy gets 3 points. So, boom. And then Shadow gets 3 points.
Wait, I get 2, right?
What'd you say, Shadow?
No, you go alright.
Yeah, what'd you say?
I get 2, right?
Yeah, you got 2.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good. Hey, yeah, you got 2 of the letters.
I remember that because specifically NA says, "Oh, you can still spell rot."
She goes, you still spell rot. Or Tortor, you can spell Tortor. Soul also wrote, you also forgot that his mouse also doesn't work. No, I didn't forget that. I almost considered making that a part of one of the questions too, but I decided against it. I was like, let's just focus on the keyboard thing. Don't worry. I didn't forget. How long does it take Momo to sign a full autograph? And why is the bonus point?
Well, the price is right. This one too.
Oh, I'm second guessing myself. Fuck.
You got this. I believe in you.
You ever play Parappa the Rappa? Okay, you gotta believe.
Okay, the first one or the second one?
Both.
Okay.
Gotta do what? Gotta believe. All right, looks like we got them all in. So, the correct answer for how long does it take Momo to sign a full autograph is 30 minutes, and the bonus reason why is because she does a drawing badly, is what I wrote. Let's see what people put. Andy wrote 10 minutes, and it's because she's drawing a really shitty doggy. Make it clear that 10 is my final answer, but if it's 15, I'm going to be pissed. Well, both of those are wrong, but you did get the shitty drawing one, so you get a point for that at least.
Yeah!
So there you go for that. Turndo wrote 2 minutes because she has bad penmanship, complicated signature. It better not be 300 seconds. Well, it was in fact 30 minutes. So, and it was not because of bad penmanship. Shadow wrote 30 minutes because she sucks at writing and basically draws an entire picture. That's correct. You get 2 points. Soul wrote 30 minutes because she draws a whole ass little doodle with it. God bless her. That's correct. 2 points. Ari wrote 3 hours. She has a really complicated signature. VTuber ass signature.
Okay, that's literally Bettle's problem, though. Like, he has a whole, like, the B is like a drawing he has to do, and it's like, he has to spend like 10 minutes per signature or something. And it's like, VTuber signatures. That's what Momo has. Okay.
Yeah.
She pioneered the VTuber signature.
Right. I'll accept that for that point. It wasn't 3 hours, but I'll accept the other one for a point. Elizabeth wrote 2 days? No, not quite. Lady Galaxy wrote, I want to say 30 minutes. I do not remember the why. You get a point. It was 30 minutes. All right, so let me dole out the points. Galaxy gets a point. Elizabeth gets no. Ari gets 1.
Hold on, so you tell me.
Soul gets
Shadow, stop being better than me.
Damn.
What
Shadow
game, okay? I'm not gonna let you beat me again. You beat me the first 2 times, not anymore.
Yeah, I have to take my throne back. I have to take my crown back.
Okay, and I'll guard it for as long as it takes until you can beat me.
Okay.
Just for you.
Thank you.
Gets a point.
No problem.
All right, cool. All right, next up. What is ANA's real name? I'm looking for the full name, so you get a point for each bit of her name that you get. So you can get up to like 2 points here. And then bonus meme, what is her online gaming nickname? So you have a chance of at max 3 points here. Get them all.
Wait, does it matter if we give last name or first name first?
That's fine. You'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
The order of the names is as long as I see the 2 different names and they're correct, or 2 different parts of the names and they're correct, I don't care about the order. I'll accept it. All right, are we all set? Looks like it. Okay. ANA's real name is Takane Enomoto, and her online gaming nickname is Dancing Flash ANA. Dancing Flash ANA.
Oh, that's annoyingly close.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got here. Ermia wrote, cringy ass Final Fantasy 14 username. I see it. She wrote Takane Enomoto. That's correct. And then cringy ass Final Fantasy 14 username, lightning something.
The Flash. I was like, I thought lightning, but I know her name.
A likely story.
Likely story.
All right, you do get 2 points for her name Takane Enomoto, but you do not get the bonus point. Andy wrote, I'm honest to God blanking on all 3, bro. Sorry, and after I was being a bitch too. Oh damn. Well. Next up, Lady Galaxy wrote Takane Enomoto, and then it's like jumping Flash Devil, jumping Flash NA. All right, so what I'll do is I'll give you 2 points for the full name and then a half point for the other name.
That's very kind.
You pretty much got there, so we'll give you a half point for that. You are. Wait, I'll remember to go through for the points afterwards. Shadow wrote Takane Enomoto, Dancing Flash Ene. That's correct. Wait, hold on. Did I? Yeah, okay, that's cool. All right. So you're gonna get 3 points there, Shadow. Turando wrote. Lightning Shadow Dancer Regional Champion number 2, real name Ena Hatsune Miku. Not quite. not quite. Technically, but
No. I see the vision.
I do see the vision. I see that vision. Soul wrote Takane Enoshima ? You're gonna get a point for the first one at least. And then they wrote fuck if I remember her Chuni online name. You know what? True. And Elizabeth wrote, I'm dropping out. Damn. Yes, this is how it be sometimes. That's how it be. All right, Soul, you're gonna get a point. Turando, you're gonna get nothing. Shadow, you're gonna get 3 points.
Ooh,
that's a lot. Lady Galaxy, you're gonna get 2.5 points. Andy's gonna get nothing, and then Ari's gonna get 2. There you go. All right. Let's see here. Here we go. This one might trick up some of you. On what day does the truck go after / hit Hiyori? And I do, in fact, have receipts for this. They are typing away. All right. Locked in. Answer, what day does the truck go after Hiyori? Is August 15th, exactly 18 minutes past midnight, as shown on the clock.
Oh, come on!
Yep. That's how it be.
Yo,
that's how it be.
Let's fucking go. Thanks, Juby.
Exactly 18 minutes past midnight. That's what you gotta do.
August 15th at 12:30
That's still
noon.
the night of 14th, though.
It's technically 14th until you go to sleep. I don't care what the clock says.
They hadn't gone to sleep yet.
All right. Andy wrote the 15th. Andy gets a point. Lady Galaxy wrote August 15th is what the song says, so it's what I'm going with. All right. There you go. Turndo wrote Time Loop 2.
Should have
August
listened.
And with their meta knowledge.
Turndo wrote Time Loop 2, August 16th, 2012, Monday night, midnight, although I do recall that they return at like 11 or something.
That's some math.
Well, first of all,
and he got the day wrong.
It was not August 16th. They probably did return at around 11, but the car crash thing happened at past midnight. I also don't know if it was Monday. Maybe it was Monday. Maybe you calculated. I don't know. But I also don't. Is this supposed to be taking place in 2012? Maybe it is. I don't remember. But wrong on several accounts.
Oh, you know.
Soul wrote August 14th. Not correct. Ari also wrote August 14th that night. I think it was morning the next day, technically, but you know. Shadow wrote August 14th.
Go fuck yourself.
Look,
all right, so Andy gets a point.
We're fine.
Lady Galaxy gets a point. And then I don't think anybody else gets a point. No, because everybody else wrote August 14th.
You all get nothing.
I was like, I'm going to get them on this few minutes past midnight technicality. That'll get them. That'll show them.
Yeah, get him, Ari. Hit with your squeaky toy. I'll do big damage.
What the fuck? Oh, no. What?
Jesus.
Here's the next one. What holiday was close to Haruka's birthday?
Huh?
What holiday was close to Haruka's birthday? There's two backstories to figure this shit out, okay? Believe in yourself.
Wait, fuck! How do I spell this holiday?
I will at least tell you. I will at least tell you guys ahead of time. I haven't looked at any of the answers yet, but I'll tell you guys ahead of time as like a helping thing. It's not like a Japanese specific holiday. I'll tell you that much at least.
Well, there goes my idea.
Chapters they hate me.
So
Okay,
if you want to change your answer based on that, you can. So.
Oh no.
All right. It looks like we're all locked in. The answer was Christmas. It was close to Christmas, and he was planning a holiday party, and Annie was gonna surprise him with a gift for his birthday too, and then he had an attack or whatever, and he ended up in the hospital or whatever. So that's
Christmas mention.
Yeah, Christmas, just a week away. Yeah. It got here so fast.
We should have played the meta.
This is true. The meta of
the meta strat.
That's true. That's true. Andy wrote, "Is Grimbus. Merry Grimbus." That's true. It is Grimbus.
Yeah.
Arimia also wrote Christmas. Congrats.
I was gonna write screw it. Thanksgiving.
Wow, just a week away.
Is it just a week away? All right, Americans.
No, it's like 2 weeks away here. 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks away here, but yeah. Soul said, if it's Oban Festival, I might cry --fuck Christmas ? You are correct. It was. You're very uncertain about it, but you're correct. Don't worry. Lady Galaxy wrote, Oban Festival, fuck you. Fine then, Christmas. There you go. I was like, as soon as I asked the question, I'm like, they're gonna write Oban Festival because that's what this was taking place on or whatever, and that's not gonna be true. I'm just gonna help them out there. Shadow wrote Christmas, correct, and then Turner
You
wrote.
had trouble spelling Christmas?
Yes.
Christ Mass.
Christ Mass. Yeah, like how
Did I
Wednesday
spell
is
it right?
Wednesday.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the Mass of Christ.
Andy.
Christ
Andy. Literally every single week when I make my Women Wednesday post, in my head, I spell out Wednesday.
Like, I still say because.
Every single
Yeah, that's
week.
because.
Why would the cows be bees?
I fucked it up. That's the meme one I make with my mom. My bad.
Oh, okay. I do. All right. Turndo wrote, I'm going to say Christmas.
Also say that I'm lucky enough that I work a job where I'm able to shorten it to wed most of the time. But yes, if I have to spell it, I do say Wednesday every single time.
Turndo wrote, I'm going to say Christmas, but I feel like it's Oban Day. It's not. It's Christmas. We'll accept it. We'll accept Christmas.
It's Christmas.
So, Turndo gets the point. Let's go through my
Everybody gets a point.
That's what? I mean, hold on. I think actually, yeah. Actually, you know what? You're right. Everybody does get a point.
I don't mean to like spoil the fun or anything, but my cat is telling me it's time for me to go to bed.
Yeah, I know. We're about to wrap this up anyways. Don't worry.
Yeah, well, tell your cat.
Tell your cat to help out with the answers already. What the hell?
I didn't mean it. My cat's like 80 in cat years. She wouldn't be very helpful.
All right, we have 2 more questions here. Just 2.
Oh boy.
We're going to wrap this up. Let's see. You all ready for this?
Maybe.
No.
Maybe not. I don't know. 1 second.
Hurry up. Christmas is going to get here for your next question.
All right, just for that, I'll make it a harder one. Fuck you.
Let's go.
Okay. What game is Takane a pro at? That she's like famous for being a pro at. There's a specific game. I'm not looking for like a brand of game or whatever. Like not genre.
Jules, I'm trying to use my computer.
If you need more time, just ask.
Do.
Don't play the Jeopardy theme. Get out of here.
I can't play the legally. I have to sing my legally distinct version where it's very bad and very quiet. Okay.
Yeah. Just sing a little off.
That way I don't get copyright. You know, all that stuff.
Yeah, can you actually do it in a minor key?
No, I can't actually.
No.
All right.
Play an A minor. Play an A minor.
All right, we're locked in. Everybody's answers are in. All right, what game is Takane a pro at? The answer is Dead Bullet 1989. Dead Bullet 1989.
Do you have to get the date correct?
Maybe. We'll see. Let's see what everybody did first. All right, Shadow wrote Dead Bullet 1989. That is fully correct. Ari wrote Zombie Killers or something. I don't know. FPS shit. Not true. Well, I mean, it was FPS shit, but... You're not getting a half point for saying this. I literally said I'm not looking for genre, I'm looking for a name. So, Andy wrote Mega Slayer 5000. No, but that sounds badass. Anne wrote, it's like Dead Bullet 1999, Dead Bullet 1990. I'm going with 1999. If I'm wrong, you can shoot me where I stand.
Like a true American.
All right. My bad.
Pull the fucking trigger, Piglet.
Soul wrote, I don't remember, Zombie Killer something. No. Turndo wrote, Zombie Typer House of the Dead. And the school booth game on the Sony brand PS Vita. No. Looking for a very specific thing that she was famous for with the name or whatever. So, Shadow got it fully correct. And then Lady Galaxy got it mostly correct. We'll give Lady Galaxy a point and Shadow will get 2 points. That's how we'll do that.
I get a point and a bullet.
That was a bribery bullet.
All right, now for the last question, and this one may change scores here. It's kind of close. It's kind of close here.
Oh, I can win.
I could also win. Who knows?
Turtle, that really got me. I was muted, and I just wanted to make sure that you knew.
You know, I kind of want Turtle to win now, though.
All right, this next
what was
one.
Hamster name?
This next one may challenge us in ways.
Oh boy.
As we do with the final questions of this quizzes, there's more opportunities for more points than usual for various reasons. And here, the reason is, name each of the supernatural eyes. Manga names only.
I knew this was coming.
You have a potential for up to 12 points here. I will say that much. Now, what that means is that you can't, you have to list like 10 to 12 exactly and leave it at that. You can't list like 20 of them and hope for the best. And I'm looking for the manga names specifically because there's inconsistencies with this between how some of them are listed in the other ones or whatever. I have a list of specific names for these things that I have here, and then we'll figure out the rest. So there you go. So you have an opportunity for up to 12 points at most if you get them all. Here, typing. Look at them go. Just a request as well, if possible. If you can number them, that would make my life easier too.
Oh, well, have fun, Jack.
Just so, because I'm gonna have to count to confirm that you're not guessing like fucking 15 names or whatever.
So many of these are like similar names too, because I literally I knew that would be a question, so I looked over those when I was reading the final volume. But they're similar names.
It's tricky, isn't it? This could change everything here. I'm going to keep a copy of what the scores were before this as well, just so we can see for our records. Also organize them by who would have won before this and such.
That's kind of best guess.
I'm confident
I'm gonna
in
go
the
from
ones,
last to first.
I'm confident in the ones that I have down. But after this, it would just be guessing, and that's enough to fuck up the score for me.
Well, I mean, unless you put down like 10.
Yeah, you're not gonna. So yeah, you get up to 12 slots for guesses, pretty much. Up to 12 slots for guesses. You don't get more than that, so you can't put 13 guesses. But during this time period, if you want to edit your existing thing to get rid of one of them or something, you know, it's allowed only during this time frame while you guys are typing it out. But you get 12 slots for guesses. And then, you know.
Hold on, we lose a point if we go on wrong, right? Or how's that work?
No, you're only gaining a point if you get it right.
Okay.
Actually, wait. Actually,
as long as you don't put more than 12,
right.
You're fine.
Yeah.
So why don't we just keep it at 12 max?
Yeah. Yep. It's 12 max, and there you go.
Because once we get past 12, you're cooked. Okay.
Okay, this one I'll need to confirm that whether or not people are done or not. So, if you are still typing, let me know. Okay, it looks like Ari's still typing, and Soul. Okay, people are still typing. I'll wait.
I can't come up with more words.
I gave up.
Based.
I have 8 that I'm confident in, and 1 extra.
Imagine Elizabeth comes back into the contest, gets all of them right,
shoots
up in the score.
That'd be very interesting.
Immediately wins.
If you get all 12, you automatically win.
Yeah, actually, every question before this was just a complete wash.
It was the practice round, yeah.
I knew this is going to be the last question, but I'm still not ready. How did that happen?
Elizabeth did submit an answer.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Hold on. Elizabeth comeback?
It's possible. It's possible.
It's not over.
Okay. Anybody still typing or thinking? Speak now.
I'm good.
All right. We're going to lock this in then. Okay. So to establish.
Wait, no, hold on.
All right.
Okay.
I'll just
take your time.
I'll just re-clarify with this. Okay. You're not losing points if you do it wrong. You just get up to 12 slots to guess things.
Okay. I'm good.
All right. Everybody's all good? Going once. Going twice. Sold. Locked in. All right. Do not edit any answers any further from this point on. Okay. I'm seeing timestamps and everything for the current edits and everything. So if I see them update beyond that, I'm going to have a problem. So here's the answers that I've accepted. Depending on what you guys wrote, obviously we'll figure it out. But the answers that I've written were concealing eyes, stealing eyes, deceiving eyes, locking eyes, drawing eyes, awakening eyes, focusing eyes, shaping eyes, clearing eyes, favoring eyes, imprinting eyes, and commanding eyes. So those are your 12 possibilities that we will accept. So Elizabeth wrote, you know what? Laser eyes, X13, X10 exclamation or asterisk. So there you go. They corrected the amount of laser eyes. There you go.
I think they fucking nailed it.
It's pretty accurate. It's pretty accurate. Andy wrote, controlling, imprinting, seeing/seeking, drawing, clearing, concealing, deceiving, revealing, reading, becoming, and awakening.
You were not cooking.
You are not cooking.
All right, so you get imprinting. You get seeking was, I think, the other name for focusing or something.
Yeah.
I think. So that one will accept. Drawing is correct. So that's 3. Clearing is correct. So that's 4. Concealing is 5. Deceiving 6. And then awakening. You get 7 points.
Let's go.
Okay, next up, Soul wrote, I'm still typing with like the distress saber emoji, and then said 7 answers. And the answers were command, yes. Draw, yes. Control, no. Awaken, yes. Create, question mark. I don't believe that was a synonym for any of them, so I don't think we can accept that. So that's still 3 so far. And then imprint, yes, that's 4. And then vanish. Was vanishing listed as a synonym for the concealing?
No, I think it was just concealing.
Yeah, we'll take 4. We'll take 4.
I want to say it got listed.
Did it? Because I feel like it would.
Think so?
I feel like it would. but I'm not entirely sure. Let me check the wiki at least to see if it was like mentioned as like a synonym for it or something. I'm gonna bring up the wiki for this. Kagerou Daze Snake Eyes. You currently have 4, and there's a potential for a 5th one here if this works out here. Oh my god, I had this page up before, and now I can't find it again. Kagerou Daze Snake Eyes names? Snake of the Clearing Eyes, and then go to the... Oh my god, I hate fandom.com. I hate it. I hate it so much. Fuck this.
It's a bad website.
It's a bad website.
It really is.
What's you guys using?
Fandom Wiki.
Fandom Wiki.
Yeah,
whatever.
fandom is pretty bad. It sucks at home, but sometimes give you like page like wide ads, so I just have to refresh the page.
Yep.
Concealing Eyes. Does it have like notes about other names it's had? Concealing Eyes is called both that and Hiding Eyes, not Vanishing. We cannot accept that. So that is 4 points for you, Soul. 4 points. Okay. Soul is here. Boom. All right, next up, Shadow Man wrote, focusing, yes. Stealing, yes. Concealing, yes. Favoring, yep. Command, yep. Awakening, yep. Imprint, yep. Locking, yep. Deceiving, yep. Drawing, yep. And open, yep. And then he wrote, I edited because I wrote focusing twice. I was trying to get more points. So, all right, let's see. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, I think. Because you also included, oh my god. Hold up. We just got gift subs over in the Twitch chat. Johnson, thank you so much for the gift subs. Holy shit.
Oh, that is
we got 5 gift subs. Oh my god, thank you so much, dude. I hope you're having a great night. You gave us stuff to Shadow, Fuse, Topaz, Papedo, and Ghost. Oh my god. Thank you so much. I hope you're having a great night. We're wrapping up the quiz here. We're counting up the points people have gotten. And Shadow just apparently got 11, if I'm counting right. 1, 2, 3,
As if
4,
Shadow
5,
needed
6,
more
7, 8,
points.
Right?
11. Oh my god.
I wasn't that far off from you guys.
It's
what are
not
you talking about?
It's not 12 though. It's not 12 though. So not 12. Just saying. Could have been 12. All right. Next up, Arimia wrote, capturing eyes or captive eyes. That might be another name for the locking eyes. But you did also write locking eyes later, so either way, I don't think I could accept it.
Yeah, I was going for the drawing eyes. I thought that's what Mose was called.
Oh, I see.
Captive.
It might actually. Hold on, let me just double check that. Because that one might actually work if that's what that was for.
Check the fandom page.
Captivating eyes. Okay, yeah, we'll take it. We'll take that for that. So,
Yep,
captive eyes, focusing eyes, favoring eyes, concealing eyes, locking eyes, controlling eyes, conceiving eyes. Okay, so
I was just coming up with
I mean, all these are conceiving. Oh my god. I just realized what that was. I need to double check because this is like several times now you guys have mentioned controlling eyes. I don't know if that's another name for the commanding eyes though. I don't think I've counted it for the other ones, but if it's another name for the commanding eyes.
But here's the thing, I think they only say command once, so I wouldn't be. I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, you know what it was? You know what it was? The commanding eyes is, I think, supposed to not be a separate set of eyes. It's supposed to be another name for, like the abilities when combined or something. It was either that or it was another name for the locking eyes or something. I forget what it was. Hold on, let me look it up. This may change things.
Oh no, I lose 1 point. What a tragedy.
That's a whole point you're going to be down. The whole point. That could change everything.
exchange everything, Andy. You can still have a chance.
Okay, here we go.
Sure.
So on the page, we have a note here which says, combining eyes is called locking eyes in the manga. It's also called commanding eyes in volume 13 of the manga. So apparently commanding eyes is supposed to be the same as locking eyes. I guess? That seemed like it was doing something very different at the time, but supposedly it's supposed to be the same. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to count commanding eyes as a separate thing, but I will not accept controlling eyes as a synonym for it. So that's what I'll do for that.
It's
so
okay. You can just ignore them. It's okay.
Well, I was trying to think because it wasn't just you. Several other people also wrote control in their thing, so I was trying to make sure that we were correct with this.
We can all go down with the ship.
So you get one for captive, favoring, focusing, concealing, and locking. So that's 5 points? That's correct for you, right? 5 points?
Yippee.
Wait,
Don't sound too excited
Squeak,
about
squeak.
it. Yours the squeaks. What the fuck? Lady Galaxy wrote, locking eyes, deceiving eyes, drawing eyes, imprinting eyes. I'm desperately trying to remember more, and I've got nothing, so I'm pulling the trigger myself this time. Well, I mean, you were correct for all the ones you wrote, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4 of them.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is I knew that I got those right, and then I started trying to think of more, and I was like, no.
It's hard.
I don't have a brain for this bullshit.
All right. Turando wrote 12 answers, and the answers were clearing, deceiving, Medusa, drawing, red, tell me I'm wrong, that's all 12 of them, golden, Harukas, black, snake, terrorist, tiny, Shintaros, round, and bunny. These are, just throwing stuff at the wall to see what works. The terrorist eyes. That's the small bombs. That's how you get the small bombs. Yeah.
I think.
Oh my god. Apparently we got a dono on Twitch from Nick. Thank you so much. What the fuck? I didn't even realize I had a way for people to give tips. I nobody's ever done it in forever. Thank you so much for $13.37. Oh my god, 1337. I understood that reference. Holy shit. Give me fucking.
It's leaked.
See,
sorry, can you explain it?
No, I can't. Pot of Greed allows you to draw 2 cards. Wow. See, Book Club does have sponsors. You guys were laughing at me at the beginning, but we have sponsors. We're sponsored by viewers.
Sure you want to bring this bit back?
We're sponsored by viewers like you. Okay. All right, Turando, let's see what we do about you. All right, you're gonna get a point for clearing, point for deceiving, point for drawing. Medusa, I don't know if I should take Medusa. I know it's supposed to be for the locking eyes, but I don't think they're referred to as Medusa eyes. I feel like all of them would be considered Medusa eyes. So we won't give you that point. We're not taking red. We're not taking any of your other ones, pretty much.
No. Give Paris half a point.
And
I vote for that too.
Wait, what are we voting for?
Terrorist gets half a point.
Terrorist eyes?
Yeah.
All right, sure. If everybody else wants it. Okay, all right, sure. Turando gets 3.5 points. Are you happy?
It's going to make a huge difference in the point totals. So.
That's true.
Yes.
Turando also wrote, Seto's is observing or something, but I'm not going to guess it. All right? This is a bonus meme guess. All right. So you get 3.5 points there, Turando. Gets you to that. Johnson wrote in the chat, you have it preset to 1337. Also, there is 420 and there is 6.9. I don't know if I set that. Maybe I did. It would have been like 2017, 2015 Wolfborg, who probably would have thought that was funny.
Probably.
I don't. If I did set it, it might also just be that site sets that as defaults or whatever. For all I fucking know, I don't know. I don't know how this shit works. Because these are internet online memes. I don't know if you knew this. These are funny numbers. I don't know if you knew this.
I know, but for like a donation thing, I don't think those would be the preset. I don't know.
Sorry,
some of these sites are just like that. And I think that was all of the submitted answers. We went through everybody, right? So
okay, so Shadow won.
Hold on. Who's the host here? Who's the host here? Is it you or is it me? Okay. Where's the host here?
I think it's Andy now.
What the fuck?
It's Andy now. Andy wins
no, it's
by
not.
default.
No, it's not. No, it's not. All
The
right.
console has chosen.
Here's what I'm going to do. First, I'm going to say what the breakdown was before the final question, just so that you can see how close it was before. Before the final question,
It was very close.
it was Shadow in first place at 21.5, followed by Anne with 20.5, Arimia at 16.5, Soul at 17, Andy at 16, Turando at 9, and Elizabeth at 2. This is before the final question. It was pretty close at the top side of things. Pretty close. After,
that's a lot closer than I thought.
After that, let me organize it by...
No, I thought it was pretty close.
This... Okay, so we're going to go from the bottom up here. So you can get it like that. In last place with 2 points, Elizabeth. And then it's Turando with 12.5 points. Then it's Soul with 21 points. Arimia with 21.5 points. Anne with 24.5 points. And then Andy with 27 points. And Shadow with 32.5.
Hey, good job.
So there you go. Shadow has won yet again.
I'm not clapping for Shadow. I'm clapping for Anne.
Oh, all right.
But
damn. I mean, you got more points than Anne, but
yeah, but Anne was doing really well.
That's true. That is true.
Anne was in second.
But just to clarify, like it was very close, and then that last question, like with the other series, like the last question can change the game up with this. You know, it can change it up. Here, I was just
Except for illustrious, because I still left. Everyone, if we got 0 on the bonus.
That happens. It happens. Here, I was just like, I don't know what else I would do for the bonus question other than that. We're not doing essays for how everybody got their powers. I feel like people might know like 2 of them or whatever, and I don't want to have to deal with all that.
Memorize all of them.
I think I know all of them too.
Yeah.
This one, the only headache was like dealing with well, that and also like the differences in them. I think it looked like some of them were translated wrong or like to different things. Like I thought I had seen like Awakening Eyes was used for like 2 different abilities that we categorize differently depending on the media or some shit like that. But I was just like, I'm just looking for the names. I'm not looking for like what the abilities do. So that's all we really needed. So, but yeah, there you go. So your winner is Shadow for the quiz. Congratulations to Shadow, and then congratulations to everybody else for how close you guys got with this stuff and how good you guys did. And I hope you had a fun time with the quiz. I will say it was a little trickier to come up with quiz questions for this because most of the ones that I thought would be interesting were mostly like, what was the name of this character? Being like, maybe some of them will remember it, which I didn't want it to just be that, so I tried to come up with some other ones, but yeah, it was more interesting to come up with questions. Well, thank you. I just thought it was more interesting to come up with questions for some of the other series because they had a lot more in-world things going on, like Land Lustrous and Dorohedoro had a lot more in-world things that I can more specifically do.
Yeah.
So, but it happens. But yeah, so there you go. That was the quiz. So congratulations, Shadow. You can pick out if you want to change your name at all. You can let me know, or you can just leave it as it is. Leave it as it is. So you will remain the certified knower of things until the next time we have a quiz, perhaps. We'll see how that goes when that happens. Now, this is the end of the book club episode. I probably should have done these rambles before we went into the quiz thing, because I know the quiz thing goes so long, and I don't know if people who watch the VOD might listen to the whole thing or whatever. But now, I'll actually take off the quiz thing for this last segment. We are done with Kagerou Daze, which means it's time to begin the process of the voting for the next series we're going to be reading. Now, we actually have the next 2 weeks up. Traditionally, we have a week off from book club after we finish the series so that we can vote for the next series and then start it the week after. But the week after is Thanksgiving, so we're not going to be meeting then either. So book club will be gone for 2 weeks. Then we're going to come back with whatever series we vote on in the next week. If you're in the Discord, which you can join by going to discord.wolfborg.com, you can join the book club group, and you can list the manga suggestions that you want, and we're going to put it up to votes. Typically, I put everything that's suggested into one big general vote, and then whatever the top results of that go into a secondary vote, and whatever wins that's what we read. The rules when it comes to what you can suggest is just it has to be a completed, finished series. It has to be available for us to read fully in English in some way, shape, or form, so it has to be translated in English fully somewhere. I think we've said at least 6 volumes for the manga, so we have like more than at least 3 weeks to read for content or whatever. Probably more is more likely what we're looking for, but that's fine. And then also, don't make it primarily like sexual. We don't want to be discussing porn weekly on the book club, but it can have sexual elements. We just don't want to be discussing porn every week. So there you go. And that's that. Those are the rules for that. So feel free to join the Discord and write your suggestions there. If you are somebody who listens to these shows live, we are live every week on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick all at the same time. And starting with the next series, we're going to also be on Spotify. Those episodes will be edited down and then put onto Spotify. You're not going to get any visual elements like if we put images on the screen or whatever, and you're also not going to hear the pre-show yaps on the Spotify, but everything else will be on there and it'll be edited down. So that'll be starting with the next series. I don't know the exact schedule for when those edited episodes will go on Spotify, but we'll try it out and see how it goes. Bear with me for the first series at least. We'll see how that process goes. So again, we're live on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick all at the same time on every Thursday at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. We will not be around for the next 2 weeks for live stream discussions. However, we will be around in the Discord server for the next 2 Monday nights at 9 o'clock Eastern Time to watch the Bloom Into You anime. We'll be watching that together in the Discord server. So again, if you want in on that, discord.wolfborg.com. You can join in there, grab yourself a book club roll, you can hang out with us, and we'll be watching that together in there. So that's the plan when it comes to that. And yeah, I think that is it. Does anybody have anything final that they want to say about anything related to Kagerou Daze or anything else before we wrap this up? Can I get one more battalion squeak before we wrap this up? Thank you. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Let's find somebody to raid. And thank you so much as well, Johnson. Have a great night to you. You are amazing for sending the donos and the subs or whatever. You are a legend. We appreciate you here at the Book Club channel. I think this is the first time we've had money come to us mid-book club stream before. I might be wrong. I don't remember if we've gotten gift subs mid-book club stream. I appreciate it. All right. Who is online? Thank you. Who do we have here? Let's say hi to Alker. Let's say hi to Alker. Stay safe. They're doing karaoke. Hope you enjoy. Bye-bye, gamers. Bye-bye.
Bye, stream.
We'll see you in 2 weeks. I'll probably be streaming either tomorrow or Saturday. We'll see. I'll probably be doing art. We'll find out. All right. Stay safe. Watch self. Try not to... Watch out for trucks that explode. And watch out for headphone actors with guns. They're armed and dangerous. Okay, bye.